And welcome. Welcome to I forgot this to session 3 of 4 for the final enemy with my players from Game Master Worlds. If you do not know who these people are, quoting episode 2, go watch episode 1 again. But I'm guessing you'll get to know these characters a little bit more today. So, a little bit of recap, shall we? Let's put this music a bit lower. There we go. So, there's the echoes of a battle have faded in the room. The last couple of moans from the Sahuagin that you had slaughtered, silenced by the Malear's blade. The silence left after the liberation of the workers here, the enslaved assortment of creatures, of humanoids. As they were told that not only they had been rescued, but potential comfort was awaiting them north towards the exit of the fortress. The soundings of their chains have disappeared. And you are now left, the four of you, in the room. Thaniel, seeing the dark pool below, you've called upon the presence of an ally. Just enough time for the others to get a bit of rest, bandage the wounds, get a little food in. Maybe there's a small fire that's been summoned by the druid there just to keep you company for a while. Give you one last bit of heat before the dive into the deep. And as you take up that last comfort, well, conversations arise. So I give it to you, my players, you who have requested this little camp scene. Who wishes to speak?
Alright, young'uns, how are you holding up then?
In the monastery where I trained, we had a religious ritual known as the unburdening of the soul. In essence, each of us who was about to seek death would unburden themselves of what they thought was their most important unfinished business on this world. Although we have traveled many leagues together, I do not know what that might be for each of you. If you don't mind participating, I would be curious to learn at least this much about my companions.
You notice just Thaniel taking a lean backwards, peering briefly into the flames, taking a moment to ponder, before really just raising his shoulders. I've got the most cliche military family you can imagine. We've gone from father to daughter to mother to son of all kinds of different types of warriors. I've been in that stiff lifestyle for as long as I remember it. But 7 years ago, I got a little brother. And it painted my world. It just gave it color. He's the absolute opposite of what we are. He's creative, He's aloof. He's an inventor in the making. 2 years ago, they asked me if I would accept a discharge, and I refused. So you ask me that question, I think with this story you know where I'm at.
If you don't mind me asking, how old's your brother?
7. I got him 7 years ago.
Right, sorry, I missed that part.
Comes with age, my friend. What about
Yeah,
you?
hearing's not as good as it used to be. I mean, I'd say opposite to you, really. I've, not really been much involved with the military, despite me being sent on this infiltration mission. I grew up, wanting to be a court wizard. Trained my ass off, studied, as you can see by my age. Took longer than I would have liked. I eventually gained notice. And I guess I'm just sort of doing this as a favor to a few people. I agreed I'd come here. I was sort of quick at learning spells, so they figured I'd be able to pick up a certain one on the boat ride here. Control water, which should be seeing some use soon, I hope.
Yeah.
Where's Nethgoria? Oh!
I would actually say, and you know what, let's give us a little bit of light.
I am hidden.
You are not, because you were in full light.
No, I am at the campfire.
Yes, you are at the campfire.
Yeah, how should I say? Yeah, personally, I grew up in the slums. I have always been like a little bit criminal. I know some ways with how to get messages over great distances, and I know mostly all the corrupt caravan masters. Yeah, for that, I'm always loyal to my friends, and how should I say, I am really grateful that I can tell you as my friends, so that we that we go through here and don't see us Archer as some minor flaw in each life. And I hope with this little bit I can redeem myself from my back, and hope I get a little bit better to my right path.
I'm sure you will. Let's just hope we all make it out of here in one piece. I'll treat everyone to a nice pint if we get back.
Speaking of, Thaniel taps the little flask that everyone has on their belt. I can only use this if we succeed in our mission. I'm a professional. We've worked together for a while. I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize the mission. I'm not here to throw myself out of rage. But if we fail, my people stand no chance against Sakola's avatar. I don't have a way out. I'm not asking you to die with me. And I won't hold it against you if you retreat. Just know that I will not stop.
I've lived long enough. I think if I go out blazing, shooting spells, that'll be a hell of a way to go. But hey, if we do end up dying, how about one of us pop that bottle and spread the word of that we tried?
I will gladly fight alongside you until your final breath, and will do everything I can to protect your people. I have been raised in darkness, and would not like to see a creature such as this fell god rise to this world, if I can help stop it.
How about to lighten your mood? What's not trying to jinx anything, but what's the funniest way a mission's gone wrong in the past?
Malear kind of like half chokes. Our wizard had, it turned out, had difficulty reading maps, and so had teleported himself to an icy tundra as the rest of us were waiting for him at a rendezvous point. So we wound up having to walk. He turned up a week later, mauled by a polar bear. Looking at everyone else's faces, Malear's like, it was more funny at the time.
Sorry
your word
for
for
your loss, I think. Before I tell mine, I have to be honest. What's your funniest moment, Nethgoria? Because so far you've been the epitaph of efficiency.
Well, that was not always the case. I trained quite enough to get where I am at the beginning. I chose a short bow as my weapon, and somehow I could not really handle it that well. I thought I always need to be near the enemy with it, and so I mostly missed, even though I was almost 10 feet apart because of my unsteady hands. It, had right costly for so many arrows.
I have a hard time to believe that you ever missed a shot, but I'll take your word for it. Well, you guys know that I perform, and Thaniel just taps the small lute that's dangling by his leg. One of the missions was supposed to be a distraction for an infiltration. You were there, Malear.
Malear,
I got sick. I had congestion, and I performed so terribly that everyone basically left the tavern at the time you were trying to infiltrate the building across the street. I didn't put that in the report, but yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Malear looks like stunned. I feel like when we get out of this, you're going to owe me a pint.
Sure. Let's get out of here first then, though.
At least 2.
Wow, how nice that we're all being honest. Even if it is... How long ago was this?
Couple of years by now.
I'm impressed you held it in so long.
I'm part of a subterfuge team that kind of specializes in lying.
Ah, well, I'll make sure to take everything you say with a grain of salt.
Thaniel just pats Gedanke on the shoulder.
Nah,
Malear
I
look-
have no reason to. Anything you lie to me about, I won't be around long enough to face the consequences of.
Malear holds up a hand and says, I will point out that story does end with him coming in and launching a distraction himself, too. The mission went off with more or less not a hitch. So when it's time to have somebody in your corner, I still would take no one else more than him.
Oh, that's good. How long have
Thaniel
you two been
humbly bows
working
his
together
head.
then?
I think this is the 4th deployment I've had with Malear. We've been working together for near 9 years.
It sounds more or less right. There was that brief sabbatical I took, but beyond that, pretty much as long as I've been enlisted.
Well, I mean, it's nice to have recurring companions rather than placing your trust in someone new each time. You get to build a rapport, which sounds like you've done wonderfully.
I think you fit in just right, Gedanke.
Well, I will see about that. My main reason for coming here was something that's yet to be seen.
Some two-headed shark.
No, control water.
I guess it's getting about time to find out. What do you guys think?
Yeah, but before that, anyone want a cup of tea just to cool our nerves?
Malear will happily accept one as he starts stretching out for the swim to come.
Yeah, Thaniel takes his lute, preparing a slight song while we're preparing for a rest before the deep dive.
Yeah, I take a sip too.
I'll take out some just leaves in a pot and use prestidigitation to heat it up in my hands. As I pour everyone out a cup, we sit around, I assume, discussing and playing songs for the rest of the hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's anything else we want to discuss.
Yep.
Malear has a
Uh-huh.
bone flute that he'll duet with you.
As you collectively sort of soothe your nerves, this is something that you've done before. A small ritual that these teams would do, honoring the living but also the dead, the former partners. As you raise whatever cups, whatever liquid might be inside, you salute each other in both your status as living soldiers and of remembered martyrs. A bit grim, but that's Greyhawk for you. As the ritual sort of comes to a close and, well, you've earned your short rest. So, all of you, you can spend your hit dice to gain your hit points back. So remember, and because you have a bard with you, as long as you spend that at least one hit die, you gain an additional. What was it, Thaniel? At this level, 1d6.
1d6, yes.
We're not counting on taking another short rest, right?
No, most likely not.
No, I'm just gonna blow everything here then.
I mean, Gedanke, yeah, 14 out of 51. You're definitely gonna need it. So, well, there we go. 7d6.
And then what was the...
No, wait, but so you're rolling 7d6. So it's 29 technically, and it's you have a plus 3,
plus,
right? So plus
yeah,
your level.
so plus
plus your
21.
constitution.
Right, I don't even need the extra d8.
No, you don't. You're full. You're up to full.
I'll
Amazing.
be up to full as well with my measly HP.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm also gonna restore a 3rd level and a 1st level spell slot.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, just-
So we see that Gedanke is up to full.
Yeah.
Malear, sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know why it only rolled my
Overhealed.
warlock dice.
It's the hit die system in. I recommend doing it sort of normally, anyways.
Right, I'll
But
just roll for d8.
yeah, don't forget that you get your. Oh no, right. You do not have Constitution bonus. I apologize for rubbing that in.
That's fine. I'm full health.
Right. Okay. Nethgoria, are you going to be rolling any dice as well?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Right. Perfect.
I actually rolled exactly my full hit die pool.
Nice. So, as you step limber up in front of the dark stairwell leading into the water below, Thaniel, with a snap of your fingers, there's just a shimmer in the water, and you find there a familiar companion. Inkwell has joined your little group. It is, for the rest of you, Thaniel, can you describe the octopus?
Yeah. So Thaniel reaches his hand out into the slightly disturbed water, and small bluish, almost petrol-colored tentacles with a dark pink inside layer where the suction parts are, coils around his arm, and you see 8 little tentacles coiling forward before a bulbous head with 2 permanently angry-looking eyes slowly tangles itself onto Nate's shoulder, wrapping 2 of the tentacles around his arm, the rest kind of dangling like a half cloak over his back. Thaniel looks at the others. It's like, meet Inkwell. He can help.
Glad to have you aboard.
Always nice to have someone more.
Inkwell gives a little chirp, which is adorable outside of the water, and underwater sounds like the growl of the deepest beast, but outside the water it sounds like a little chirp.
So who steps in? The stairs are wide enough for all 4 of you to just step in side by side, and maybe that's what you do. As the water sort of hits first your calves up to your knees, it seems warmer than what you would expect. Which, it's not cave water. And not yet hot spring. It's around, I would say maybe around 25 degrees. Warmer than you would expect it, but then again, most likely warmed by the geothermals that made this particular spire attractive to the lizard folk. And most likely attractive to the current inhabitants. The water, however, is still dark, lapping quietly around as you try and sink as quietly as possible. While for you, Thaniel, the water coming over your head is a relief. You are now once again in your favorite element. For the others, that might be a bit different. Of course, for Nethgoria, well, that's who you are, right? But not always. Gedanke and Malear, how often have you done these sort of underwater expeditions? How used are you to breathing underwater?
It's something I've done before. On account of the fact that most of my repertoire is sort of ice spells and stuff. But it's a feeling that I never really get used to, having the breathe underwater spell cast. Each time I do it, despite the fact that I'm a practitioner of magic, part of me subconsciously thinks that's unnatural.
Yeah. Because against your lungs, it is unnatural. You can breathe water, yes, but it's heavier. You find yourself having to work your lungs harder, in a sense, just to get the normal flow. But you know also that it'll take some time, but you'll get used to it. Malear?
The closest thing to that Malear has done is he had to go through a flooded former sewer system to get into a keep. But he did that by holding his breath, not by breathing water.
So is this something new for him?
This should be new. He's a good swimmer, but he's not. The breathing underwater will be a novelty.
Okay.
I think Thaniel will take the time as they submerge to turn around and do a check with the other two, almost gesturing as the gills open in his neck, like taking deep breath and just letting the water flood.
As you come down the stairs, you find yourselves in a fairly large open area. I'll actually put you guys in there. Let's bring you here.
I think from here on out, we're all stealthing.
Yes. Let's start with a general stealth check for all of you.
Wait, is the map supposed to be fully dark, by the way?
Sorry?
Is the map supposed to be fully black right now?
Yeah, we went to a new level.
Oh, let me ping you to the center here. Is that better?
Wait, ping it again, sorry?
I should be bringing you directly in. You should have been...
I am in complete blackness. I can't see the other person.
But do you have dark vision?
I do.
Let's have a look to see if your token indeed has dark vision. Oh, for some reason this one did not. Okay. 60 feet?
Yeah. Standard. Ah, there we go.
And for some reason, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But, okay. Everybody got what they need with regards to vision?
Yep.
Okay.
While Inkwell is attached to my shoulder, do I roll his stealth checks
No.
independently as well?
No. Don't worry about it.
All right.
So I've got Malear with 20, Nethgoria with a 25, Thaniel with a 20.
And I am going to ask the group who I should stick with before I roll anything.
I think Thaniel will gesture to Malear, keeping the same two-man team dynamic we have.
Right, in which case I'm going to go behind Malear, tell him, trust me, I will be by your side, and I'm going to cast invisibility.
Okay. So, Gedanke, right? Okay. Yep, I'm gonna bump you. Oh, please tell me that it works. It does not. Okay, well. Oh, great. All my API is bugged. Okay. I'll have to do that at the break. So, I will mark Gedanke as invisible. Let's see. Let's do this. And actually Nethgoria as well. You are considered invisible. Right. Thaniel, did you have possession of Inkwell? Can you move them around?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Right.
I will cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay.
To take the appearance of one of the priestesses I saw. Climbing up the ranks.
Yeah, I guess.
I can cast tongues again, but it would use up my remaining third slot.
Don't hold on to it.
Okay.
Hold on to it, yeah.
I can use it to either haste someone or cast slow on multiple people.
I still intend not to be seen. This is just in case I'm seen. I have a buffer.
Okay. Yeah, from what you understand, the way that the Sahuagin treat hierarchy as in if they can stay out of their way, they will. So the room in which you are is clearly one meant for the surface. There are 4 large pillars rising from the floor to the ceiling. You can see them there on the map. And 3 ways: north, east, and west. So, soldiers, where do you want to go?
Think about it. North would lead to outside of the temple, depending on how far it goes out. But I also see a path heading left and right immediately north.
Malear, to answer your question, passive perception, pick up anything? The thing is, especially for you, it's difficult to perceive anything, right? These are new senses. The anything that you would try to listen for or smell for example, is rendered difficult by the new environment. So passive perception, no. If you want to make an active perception, please do so. And actually, because we have a mute, I will a mute player. Well, half the time. I'll just put up the. Okay, so 16. Yeah, let's see. There are. Yeah, there is sound coming from the west. Distorted. It's difficult to actually identify what it is. But I would guess that as you maybe turn to Thaniel's and bring it to Thaniel's attention, Thaniel, you're hearing what the Sahuagin sound underwater. It's well, a bit more in the baser tones, right? It's more sub sounds, discussing an infrasound. And as you are sort of listening in, you can make me a perception check as well, with advantage as you're being directed towards it. It's a 13. I mean, you don't have Malear's ears, or actually your instincts, but it seems to be merriment. As in, you can hear sort of, sounds that would equivalent to mirth and celebration.
All right.
They seem fairly close.
I again use message to transmit this information to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Sahuagin sound like this underwater. They're celebrating something. I send out Inkwell to have a quick look at the opposite hallway.
Okay.
But it's really going quite slowly forward, and would immediately return if it would spot one Sahuagin. That's my instruction, basically.
Okay. We're gonna go for run me a stealth check for him.
All right. Come on,
and
ready?
you are free to move him.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start by moving him here.
So,
Nethgoria, yes?
yes, I just want to say to everyone that I see, when we look around, I see on the right-hand side, it goes down. On the left, also in west side, it goes down. And when we go north, it goes right and left. When we look straight ahead.
Quick
For-
note, GM, Inkwell
Yes?
doesn't have his dark vision.
Oh. Oh, that is...
He should have 30 feet.
Yes, that will be... come on, wrong one. There we go. There you go. Does that solve
Yep.
the issue?
Yep,
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. As soon as we notice that it's a corner, Inkwell goes up to the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and from that point, basically returns. Just the intel, long corridor, keeps going.
Okay.
I would say I would look to the north, what is left and right, just to the corner, to see if there is a room or if there will go some corridors.
Malear will swim up with you.
Thaniel's gonna stay put, but he's going to be a bit sneakier. Gesture to Gedanke towards the other corner. No, we can't see Gedanke. Gestures in the air, assuming Gedanke is around to the other
Mhm.
corner, and he takes the western side, keeping an eye on the hallway.
Okay, Gedanke. Alright, okay. Yeah. So Thaniel, you
Has
stay
No
behind.
idea Gedanke moved on. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you? Sorry, did you? I was muted. Did you indicate for me to follow you or Malear?
Thaniel indicates not knowing if you've already moved. So if Malear moves, do you move right after him, or do you wait?
No, I would have stuck around as everyone makes their moves. So
Alright.
I'm sort of figuring out.
Thaniel gestures if you could watch the opposite hallway while they are
Okay,
scouting.
got it. Right, yeah.
Also,
Actually, you know what, guys? Because I really want to play this, but with the bump mechanic. So what we're going to do for those watching, we are going to take. This is going to last 2 minutes, right? But we're just going to take a quick intermission to solve that particular API issue, and then we will be right back. Okay? So, won't last long, promise. Be right back. Right, that wasn't too bad, was it? Okay, let's keep going. So, Nethgoria and Gedanke, you are now officially invisible, unseen to Thaniel and Malear's eyes. This is going to be interesting. By the way, before we move into the whole stealth, just so you know, invisibility is going to be part of the fun. But if you are going to try and sneak next to people, of course, there are going to be additional difficulties. You do not swim near somebody even blinded without them noticing something's going on. So, beware of that. You know, we're playing with fluid mechanics, literally and figuratively. You see, that pun was on purpose.
Also for an aquatic-born race?
I would say that for Thaniel, you would not have the disadvantage with regards to that, but still, it is still something.
I am aware of it.
You are aware of it, right?
All right.
Also, be aware of something. I would say that if you pass within 5 feet, so if you pass in literally melee range, then they will notice something, right? However, we are playing in a 3D environment because it is underwater. So, while as you explore, remember that these are sort of 15, I think they're 15, 20 feet high. I'll make sure of that. Let's say 15 feet, at least for the corridors. Which means, technically, if a Sahuagin is near the bottom, you could pass over them. Okay? Mm-hmm. By the way, let's move this. Let's get to something a bit more. There we go. I like that.
Very quiet in the background, yes.
ASMR will be asleep in 10 minutes.
Okay, I will. I will go now near Malear to say, hey, I go to the other direction. So I walk to him and say, hey, in the other direction there is this. It looks like it is mirrored. I will try to look, but don't go far.
This way.
Yeah, don't go far. When you see something far away, we should meet again in the middle. And then I walk back again, or swim. Better said.
Okay.
So Malear will use his shadow teleport bonus action to teleport up to this corner.
Okay.
As he goes to the corner, I see something around the other corner.
Yeah. What you see, Nethgoria, and Malear maybe with your dark vision. Let's see. Yeah, both of you between the two exits that you can see. You can just see there's a series of there's a pair of very large doors, extremely ornate. These are made of, again, coral. And they do depict they seem to clash with the architecture in itself, but they depicts it's beautifully carved to show sort of movement of waves, but seen from underneath, if that makes sense. As you're looking at it, the way that it's arranged, it almost looked like temple doors.
I would say I go in front of it, but on the opposite side, just to have a better look.
Yeah.
Is that this one that I'm pinging?
Yes.
No, I will go to Malear and say, hey, I'm now back. We have in the middle. It's the same. Did you also see those doors in the corridor where you're coming from?
Oh, I think that's these doors right here, right? So, but Malear will say that he's seen a long corridor that he passed leading up that has lots of doors coming off of it.
Yeah. I see that. I think it's a door at the end of the hallway where I was coming from to the right, and to the left it goes to a corridor up. I think this is maybe some quarters. Maybe there could be some rooms to sleep in. Don't know.
Malear, as you had crossed that T section, as you just come about, you heard the same kind of humming song-like sounds coming from the west as well. There is somebody speaking there, but it's the tones are. It's more of a rumble, sort of deeper. The tone is very different, right? It's not the sort of wavy kind of melodic sounds that they were when they were laughing or that you heard earlier, but this one sort of there's a as it hits your chest, you almost feel not panic, but yeah, the stress, I guess. Somebody is trying to basically impress themselves or impress a group. Somebody's giving a speech to the west.
Malear will relay this to the others. Oh, he can just bounce back, teleporting until he gets to the non-scouting.
And actually, I would have said, Nethgoria, you hear a similar. You would have a similar report coming from the east as well.
Okay. As I see Malear teleporting away, I'm going his way back.
Okay.
To see if he missed something.
Malear, I don't think you would notice this, but Nethgoria, you definitely see it. That cloudy darkness that he sort of moved into now, definitely as he's underwater, has that sort of inky quality to it. The shadows lingering just a split second more than they would used to.
When I see Malear, I make hand gestures, which basically follow you? ?
Yeah, I would say that it looks safe to head up a bit, but combat may be imminent.
I nod. I cast message in the direction where I sent Gedanke to inform him that we're pulling out, and I will follow Malear.
I respond with duly noted. I tap Malear on the shoulder to let him know I'm behind him.
Okay.
He'll nod and then ask before he heads up. So we have somebody giving a speech. This could be an opportunity for an assassination, or do you want to head past while they're making it?
Could also be a useful natural distraction. Maybe let's figure out what it is and see if we have to meddle with it or not.
If they're all huddled together, I have no issue casting the spell. But if you guys feel you can assassinate them, I'm happy staying invisible.
I'm aware, but let's keep in mind that we're trying to find and interrupt a ritual, not necessarily some pre-war celebrations of warlords and all those kinds.
Just before we're heading, did you see something where you're going to west or to east?
I didn't peek through the corridor. I can quickly go now while I'm invisible.
Inkwell peeked the corridor. It keeps going for another 30 feet. Inkwell can't see further than that. I didn't go into the corridor on the west. I just kept guard, but couldn't see any movement. Just heard the revelries on that side. Think it's a good idea to get eyes on to know what it is.
Do you think that maybe the room will be connected from top and from the side? Could be.
I will move towards towards the left angle where you heard the noises, just to hear if it's indeed the same kind of revelry intonations.
So where are you going?
Um,
Okay.
Towards the direction where they heard.
Yeah. So Thaniel, as I said, you have a. This is not revelry. Definitely not. This is. I guess it could be called maybe. I mean, you're coming from a militaristic background. So I would say you would recognize this as maybe a commander giving out a pre-battle briefing or something along those lines. The thing is, if they are giving these briefings, that means that they're closer to enacting their plan than you had thought.
Yep.
This is, yeah, as you are listening, the way that this is definitely sounds like a commander giving orders to troops.
All right. I immediately share that with the rest. It's a different kind of conversation altogether. This sounds commanding, imposing.
If we want to figure out what's happening, I could cast tongues.
I would not.
I
At the
think we
moment.
should truly reserve our spells for potential emergencies. Let's get eyes on
I want.
Nethgoria, Malear. I can only go with one of you.
Also, I come to Thaniel. As I'm up to him, I say, "Hey, before we go west, I heard something to the east too. I'm not really sure. We can look. This is the corridors will connect, so you can go either way. We will meet up in the middle. Maybe you.
Thaniel just reaches out to briefly touch Nethgoria now that he's hearing where he is. When you heard the noises, did it feel like a rumble in your chest, like something was trying to apply a level of gravity on your ribs?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Then it's the same. Then we are having two contingencies that are currently being briefed.
Then I would say we will look. We should look around. Also, we should look into it, what it is. But it would be best for those who are not visible to look first and get the feel of the situation.
We should remain grouped up and have a constant watch of the rear. If troops are going to pull out, we could very easily be cut off from each other.
Yes. So I'm going to the edge of Malear here.
I'm moving behind Malear.
As you attempt to do that, you bump into me.
Two people to bump into now. That's Daniel's going, I guess I'll take the rear then.
So
So
do we
that's
want
how
to?
he feels like.
Do we want to head for those doors, or do we want to scout the temple doors?
Maybe someone who knows a little bit more of religion could investigate it. Was it what
Malear
it
kind
really
of
means?
shakes his head like, nope.
I can always have a look at it. But, well, if it's not the hungry one, then I don't know.
Wait, do you want someone to investigate or to have a look?
We need to get eyes on the situation with the soldiers. We need to figure out what that is exactly, how big, what are we talking about, are they ready to pull out or not? If they're ready to pull out, we need to warn Vanessa.
Yeah, I would say, okay, then we go
Okay.
to the west and look just around. I would go, because, yeah, I think they don't see me. So I'm going now to the west.
Malear will
Should
go
I go with them?
Yeah, if you want to go for it.
Yeah, Thaniel will stick with Malear and watch the rear.
I was going to start drifting towards this upper hallway, see if he hears anything this way at
Which
the
way did
different door.
he go?
Yeah, splitting the
You
party
went
again.
west?
Thank you, guys.
Well, into two. Wait, sorry, which way did you went? West and up, northwest.
I put an arrow for where Malear was idly
Not
swimming,
right.
and the others went this way.
This way. Yeah, and did they go up or? So that's the people I'm supposed to be. That's where the soldier room is. The west, right?
Yeah, they
it's
just want to get an
to
idea.
investigate.
Did you go up or north or south?
Malear went north.
Invisible.
So
people
the
following
people who
each
went
other.
west when they got to the end of the hallway.
I'm now at the edge of the end of the hallway. Before.
Oh right, you're also invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It is.
Yes. Sorry,
Yeah.
confusion is now cleared.
So
Okay.
Are you behind me?
I think I'm also at the edge of the west hallway.
So when you are at the bottom one, then we have bumped into each other. I see something around the edge when I look.
Most likely, yeah.
To the bottom.
Yeah, and this is again, you're hearing there is that sort of again that tone. It's not yelling or it's sort of monotone in a sense where
Speech.
yeah, it's not a speech to rouse, right? And you can hear other voices again sort of echo in this sort of growl, but definitely with sort of how should I put it? It feels less intense as you realize that it is a conversation. There are questions and answers, basically.
Mm-hmm. So I would go to the opposite there. Also, I would go to the wall at the end to see if I see something more around. So
Could you make me a stealth check, please? Considering that you're invisible, you do have advantage. That is a 28. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're pretty sure that, yeah, there, as you move around, your feathers moving sort of swiftly, the same way it gives you the speed that you have underwater, but it also sort of avoids any friction. Yeah, you have at the back of you a, again, heavily armored one of these sort of bigger warriors as you'd seen above, one of the champions there, and he's addressing to a room full of, I mean, maybe what, 20 Sahuagin?
Yeah.
And you can see the different types as well, several shapes. You see some, you've got the coral smashers with the heavy brutes, but you can see beyond as well, more sort of lither Sahuagin. Some of them even I
see some.
I need to check something because I believe that these guys. Right, yeah. You can see that these right here in the back, they, part of their communication is they have sort of a phosphorescent glow to their forehead. So there's a gland there, a bit like the lure fish of the deep. Well, you wouldn't necessarily know this, but we as players know. And they seem to have this sort of, whenever one of them talks, they seem to have this sort of glow as part of their communication.
Okay. So with that confirmation, I going up to see if I see something in the other room. Just, I don't want to start something. So I'm going here to the edge and see that the path will go up again and go to the other edge on the same path and see that it goes further. With that confirmation, I go back to the path here and slightly whisper and hope the.
So you have no idea where Gedanke is, by the way.
Yeah. I've hoped Gedanke is still here. So I whisper like, Gedanke, are you still here?
Okay, and that I'm gonna need a stealth check from both of you.
Both of us?
Yeah. You do not have advantage in this case. You are basically whispering about 20 feet away.
Are we? Would it not? Okay. Wait, would it not have been a smarter idea to just sort of swish the water?
Well, to swish the water, you need.
Wait, do I need to roll stealth if I'm not responding yet?
No, no. I guess not. Okay, so an 18. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. But if you do respond.
I don't want to. I want to figure out if I can figure out where the sound is coming from, and then just sort of pat him.
Sure.
What do I roll for that?
No, I would say Nethgoria is just up and to the left of you.
Up to the left.
And Nethgoria, there is somebody touching it, basically touching your arm just south east of you.
So, I think you're here. I think we go first to the others.
Yeah, I want to swim up till I get to the crossroads in between where Malear and Thaniel are.
So with that, also, I have some infos to you too. When we go here left, to west side, and to the north, a path goes further. I was not going more. I have seen that it goes somewhere to the left side then. On the south side, there is one of those generals and around 20 different kinds of Sahuagins. Some who have like a glowing forehead when they speak, and they are really crammed, or like in a room around 25 by maybe 30-40 feet. So I think maybe this room is connected with the bottom path of the western side where we came in. Now it's up to us to think, should we go more now to the east north, or what do you want to do?
I think we need to move forward. I don't see us able to take a contingent of 20 Sahuagin.
Not without
really
failing
take
our
a side look towards
advantage.
Malear, trying to gauge his facial expression, recalling the cackling laughter from just a few hours ago.
He's definitely reaching for a weapon already, but he's happy to. We are here as scouts.
Good. Then I would say, what did you see something already in the north? I think Malear, I have seen you coming back from the. I have seen just doors, like one straight and two to the left, but I've seen on the right hand side there is a path going more further.
Maybe guide me to those temple doors. I can have a look.
Yeah, sure.
Because it is like Sekola is a deity.
Yeah, it would be useful to have someone smart look at it.
Is it these doors right here?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna swim up to it and have a look at it, swimming up and down the edge of the
Okay.
door, trying to recognize what I can.
I'm going to retcon what I said earlier because I had a better idea. I'm the GM. I have the prerogative. The door, as I mentioned, the door seems sort of out of place with the rest of the with the rest of sort of the sober construction. It is in. At first, you kind of think maybe it's carved, but then you realize that it's actually hundreds of shark teeth that have been sort of pressed together and maybe into some sort of clay or some kind of sort of base, basically. It makes this sort of almost like a scale mail door of shark teeth going from top to bottom. And joining to the center. So you've got teeth coming down from the top, up from the bottom to almost find this sort of huge mouth, basically in the center, and then just a circular, sort of oval but circular effect of teeth that sort of implies a sort of a three-dimensional inlay, right? As in almost drawing you to the center of the door. Malear, as you make me another perception check.
Coming online.
Okay, 17. Yeah, there is sound coming from the other side. The doors themselves do not seem locked in any way. You would be able to push them open. They would make waves, of course, but as they sort of open towards the inside. There might be a bit of pressure, but if you take it slowly, you think that you might be able to sort of maybe sneak a peek inside.
Sorry. I
Fire will indicate, for silence.
I gestured to Malear to open the gate for only a fraction first, about the size of a fist.
Okay.
And Thaniel gestures
that's
to Inkwell.
Are you going to send an equal?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically what Thaniel is going to do is going to put himself behind Malear. He's going to put a hand on Malear, send Inkwell through the smallest crack of the door, because it's an octopus, and warg into...
and you're going to go, you're going to go into his
Inkwell.
eyes.
Yeah, so that Thaniel can immediately see.
So, Malear, Gedanke, Nethgoria, as you just sort of slightly open the crack, the small inctopus sort of moves in, and you see Thaniel's eyes go black, white, what color?
I think they just go into a dull shade of gray, like losing all pigment that sunlight and skylight would give it. And really go into a sea-like creature, like this completely glazed over eyes.
Actually, I've got a better. The sort of the humanoid usual eyes turn to reflect Inkwell's own eyes. And so Malear, as you're looking towards Thaniel's face, he now has those sort of W pupils of octopi in his on his face. How does that sound?
I like it.
Okay, then it is done. As you plunge into Inkwell's view, you come into a large room, clearly a temple. Let's see. Let me get the actual description here. There we go. This large room features walls and floors covered in gray tiles. The ceiling in white. Tiled pillars support the ceiling and run the length of the area on either side of the center. An altar is built against the northern wall of this chamber. Its stone base is covered with carved shark eyes that stare out in all directions. The startling, realistic eyes are inset with dark stones that reflect the chamber's dim blue light. I just want to make sure that there is that light. Yes, indeed. As you're looking in the noise sort of... Actually, you know what? I can actually show all of you. I should have a handout for this. There we go. Glowing symbols and strange designs are engraved into the walls of this place, casting an eerie light throughout the chamber. 3 chanting Sahuagin dressed in ceremonial robes float near the altar, their arms raised towards the ceiling, which is about 30 feet above. Carvings of shark eyes adorn the altar's front, each varied in shape and size. The gory remains of unidentified creatures rest atop the altar, the blood rising like smoke upward past the Sahuagin. 2 large and squirming sacks flank the altar. And above, circling, is a massive 2-headed shark, its fins adorned with bands of pearls and gold, swimming in circles around the altar. As its movement, it seems to follow the trails of blood in an endless circle. And you can see that the Sahuagin are, as they're chanting, sort of reaching into the bag and pulling out these lithe, sort of almost eel-like creatures and cutting them. And again, the blood flowing up like smoke into this ongoing circle.
All right. I command Inkwell to go and hug up to about 25 feet up on a pillar and just dull himself, so he dulls his collar.
Okay.
I get out of working, and I immediately message to everyone. We found a twin-headed shark. It's in there. 3 targets, chanting, ritual going on, sacrifices being made to a shark, twin-headed, that is circling the blood.
Now, Thaniel, as you've seen that, I will allow you an insight check.
You know how to make me roll my best stats.
I mean, that's not bad. With a 16, I think that you would understand the purpose of the ritual, right? As in, the shark is going in circles, following the blood, but almost like flowing a current, but in itself creating a current that brings in the blood. It's sort of being kept there by its own motion, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe an idea comes to you, it's like, what would happen if that were interrupted? The shark itself seems real enough. And whatever Gedanke saw in his visions, you're pretty sure that this must be it. Or at least some version of it. So this is not the avatar that you were wearing. This is not the behemoth. But still, this is certainly a servant of the god. And
certainly a key part of it.
It would be the equivalent of an angel or maybe an archangel, not the incarnation itself.
So I get the feeling that it's following that circle because of a ritual that's being performed.
Yeah.
All right. I do share that, saying that we don't have to engage with 3 priestesses and a shark if we can just cause turbulence. It seems delicate enough. I could... Well, it's not discreet, but I could gust of wind onto all of that, creating a heavy current of water, which will disperse the blood.
Malear is going to cast darkness on his blade. He has a vision of where this is going.
I would also say, Inkwell, let's see if you would have seen it through his eyes. But yes, absolutely. You would have seen at the back of the room, there are 2 open doors on either side.
Mm-hmm.
which means that the doors that you're in front are not the only way in.
I would.
Right. I share it. I gesture. There's a door at the end of the room, east and west flank.
You can see
with-
them. I think you could see through Inkwell's eyes, right?
Yeah, Inkwell can also communicate telepathically.
Yes.
Okay. With that info, I say, yeah, that could be that we can, when we go now here on the left side up, that we come through there. Because I've seen there on the left side, the corridor, who goes north, has a corridor to the right at the end.
That's what enters the temple. How do we interrupt this? Do I do my gust of wind? Because that's very high profile. Do you have something, Gedanke?
Gedanke?
I think your microphone is muted.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, what did you ask me? Sorry.
Do you have any way to disrupt an ongoing ritual? This is magic.
Hypnotic pattern. Wait. Okay. Yeah, hypnotic pattern is my
I think
best.
if we manage to inflict a slight disturbance, that two-headed shark might not like having been.
Oh, wait. Oh, is it just one person casting a ritual?
3.
3.
Also, I
Okay.
have.
Wait. If it's 3 people, I can cast slow.
I mean, I would vote for hypnotic pattern, and then we murder anyone who passes the save.
Or should go for
I-
murder.
I mean, Malear, of course, is rooting for murder. That is in character. Do not take that as me out of character.
No. I also have a 2nd level spell, which wouldn't stop them from talking, but it would reduce their. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, I have a question for you. What did we rule Rhymes Binding Ice would do? Because that one actually freezes people to stop moving. What would that do underwater?
You would basically create an iceberg.
That would stop them talking.
That will stop a lot of things, yeah.
Fellas, it's a 2nd level spell.
I think we should start that before we go into murdering Malear. Sorry, buddy. Next time.
Also, before you, when you want to, I have also Fog of Cloud, so I can make
Fog cloud is not going to interrupt it.
No, but it will just like disrupt something when something will come, just to understand.
If we get them stuck in the equivalent of an iceberg, I think everything will be stopped. Let's give it a try. Let's just prepare. Malear, you want to take the front door or a side door?
So I would go to the behind.
Yeah, Thaniel, you would know the way that the 3 priestesses are occupied. You're pretty sure that it wouldn't take much to sort of just enter in without being seen even by this front door, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is the 2-headed shark. You are unaware you don't know how aware it is of its surrounding, or if it's just in a holding pattern, or if it's actually hunting. You have no idea if this thing can see you or not.
Right, but it's very clearly following the trail of blood in the circle that the blood comes up from the eels that they sacrifice. All right, cool. Yeah, no, they will probably not see us come in. You ready, Malear?
Malear is incredibly ready.
All right. Thaniel points his fingers at the 2 corners on the other side of the room, casts message once on each side, counting down 3, to go.
Okay.
Do I run in first?
Sorry. Okay. So Malear, you going first?
Yeah, I think that stands to character.
Yeah, I
Okay.
gently open the door.
Right.
Like,
All of
slowly
you,
let
can
it
you
pass?
please make me a stealth check for this, and then we're gonna start rolling into initiative. Well, maybe not yet, but it's mostly to make sure that everybody's doing the right thing.
Fuck yeah! Sorry.
Nice.
So rather than swimming in,
A
Malear
nat 1 and a nat 20.
would teleport to one of the behind one of the columns that he can see with the door cracked.
Okay.
Thaniel, looking like a priestess, just goes in through the center.
I don't know
Okay.
which ones I can see with the crack, so it's up to you.
I would say, I mean, place yourself, and you'll be seeing what you see. Okay.
The stealth roll I got, I'm just gonna stand out in the open. I'm invisible.
I mean,
I got a nat 20.
Nethgoria, that's actually a 10 because of your.
I'm gonna take the chance.
Actually, Nethgoria, that's a 15.
help
So okay.
where I can
And,
cast the
I
spell
mean-
most effectively.
Okay. So, Gedanke, actually, as you swim by, you swim under this. I mean, this is maybe twice the size of it. This is literally two great whites sort of smushed together, right? There's a moment
Right.
where you can feel there's that, even though the he's above you, you can feel its movement. It is sort of towards maybe the room's at, like I said, 30 feet high. He's the Maw of Sekola, to name it, is maybe about 20 feet up in, I was about to say in the air, but we get what I mean. And you're what, slow to the ground? You're low to the ground?
You said it's high up?
Yeah, it's high up. It's towards the ceiling.
In which case, I'm more so towards the middle, because if I'm shooting out a cone, I want to get it and the Sahuagin behind it. So I'm in the middle to maximize cone efficiency.
It's 20 feet up. So even if... I don't think you'll be able to catch it and the priestesses unless you go up to his level and sort of spike down.
I got a nat 20 in stealth, fuck it. We ball.
Okay.
It was nice knowing you, fellas. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, sorry. Alternative. What if I spike up from this side?
You mean you go around... Oh, and you try to hit from the ground up?
And I spike upwards, yeah.
Well, how long is the cone?
It's a 30-foot cone.
I think that, well, all things considered, I think you would be able to catch two of the priestesses and the mob, but not all three priestesses.
Not all three. So the only way I could get all three is if I go right up to the shark.
Or above it, yeah.
Or above it. I mean, it's after the blood right now, isn't it?
It is currently circulating through the blood, through this ring of blood, basically. That is sort of...
Yeah, in which case I am going to go above it, but I'm going to make sure not to get close to the blood at all, because I don't want to sort of shift its direction.
Malear,
So I'm gonna
see you with your Toy Story.
swim up as I approach. By the time I get to the center, I'm above it.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, you guys have no idea where anybody is, where Gedanke or Nethgoria is right now. Nethgoria, if you want to place yourself, you may as well. Remember, you only have with your bow, considering that you are underwater, you only have the short distance of your bow.
That's enough, I would say.
Oh, and we've lost.
Malear.
Yeah. Welcome back.
It just made robot noises, so...
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the at some point you guys are going to have to. You've determined on a signal for something, right? So, Thaniel, you are going right down the center.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this priestess right here notices you as you enter. The others are hidden among the columns or with their specific abilities, and it basically sort of waves at you, showing there is a call. You can hear the voice, and it's empty, and it's shaking a bag, which clearly seems to be on the empty side. There's an urgency in the speech.
Mm-hmm. Thaniel gives just a slight hiss. Looks like he's about to turn around to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking. No, he's not doing anything. His previous performance went bad. He's just turning around. Whilst he does that, he points a finger through him towards the corner Gedanke went through, casting message, saying, "We're ready."
Nice.
Okay. So you were aiming where exactly? Can you point? Can you draw the line between you and where you're pointing?
Sure thing.
You just use the measure tool. You don't have to draw.
He was here.
Okay.
That's where I see the corner, so...
Right. Okay, perfect. So, Gedanke, just so you know, you do not get this message.
Nice.
Bloody invisibility.
Well, I mean...
Well, in any case, my plan was to just cast it, like, I wasn't going to wait for a signal, because I'm right next to the shark. I want to ideally stay there as little as possible.
Yeah,
with it moving around.
There's that moment where whenever it comes towards you, we've all seen videos of shark moving, right? There's no real way of knowing if they spotted you or not.
Yeah. So when
and
it sort
every
of gets...
time it sort of circles around to you. But it does maybe twice before you actually sort of launch the whole thing. You're pretty sure it seems to be sort of hypnotized by the blood.
When I do get it, I want to make sure that it's circling sort of when it's sort of opposite me. As far away as it is in the circle. Just to ensure I'll hit it with the cone, and also in case things go awry, it is not right next to me. Ideally.
Okay. So what we're going to do is Gedanke, you are going to... So the whole... I'm guessing the idea is Gedanke is going to be the initial incident for this?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, Gedanke, you are definitely doing this by surprise. You are... Wait, let's remove these guys. You're definitely doing this by surprise. So, cast your spell. Go ahead, and then after that, we'll roll for initiative.
Well, in which case, I need you to make I think it's a Constitution saving throw?
For all three? All four,
for...
technically. Okay, Constitution saving throw.
Let me just check. Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let's see. I think the... okay. Right. What's the DC?
15.
15. Okay, and what's the damage?
Damage, let me double check that. That is 3d8.
Okay. Remind me. DC 15. Damage is 16. Okay. Submit and half on save. Let's go for a blue marker for those. Right. Okay. So both the ones that are in blue have been hit, and the Maw of Sekolah. let's see. Yeah, let's do a little thing right here. Constitution. Okay. That is a 17, which means it does not. It only takes half damage. So it'll take. Let's see. No. Right. Okay. It will then take. What is it? 16, so -8. Right, and now we roll for initiative.
Right. By the way, because I waited for it to be opposite side, could I technically move out without getting hit, or? Because I do want to check something as well. Which is,
well, the idea.
I was looking to be cautious about it.
Well, no. You've managed to. You're technically. I'll say you're maybe 5 or 10 feet above it, right?
Okay. Cool.
But right now, you've just cast an ice spell in the middle of the room. 2 of the priestesses have been taken in by the ice. The one that was signaling to Thaniel has managed to get out, and the blood, the whole thing has been sort of definitely the ritual has been disturbed. The maw, as you will most likely see when it comes to you, is very much going to be waking up.
Oh,
so you have the idea that right now the blood is, the effect is still very much in. I'm going to count it as being surprised. So for this turn, it is being surprised.
Okay.
The next couple of turns, it's not going to be. And believe
Can you
me.
add me know the turn?
Sorry?
Can you add me the turn?
Oh, right. Because of course you are. Let's see. Just gonna add a Nethgoria token here.
Inkwell acts on own initiative or my initiative?
Right after yours, I believe.
Cool.
Okay, and at turn. And we'll put it at, you are at 10. There we go. And I'll remove this. There we go. Okay, perfect. Right. Okay. Right. Well, let's get some actual music on. Which one was it that I played earlier? This one. There we go. Right. Okay. Malear. There is now basically a huge sort of spike of ice floating towards the top of the ceiling. 2 of the Sahuagin priestesses have been taken into it, and are sort of lifting up with it, as the last one managed to sort of shake it off. The scene is the bags that were sort of under their control, one of them has been caught in the ice. The other, you can just see that one of these sort of eel-like creatures slip out and escape towards the back door. What do you do?
Malear will teleport next to that last priestess.
Yep.
And give her some heartfelt stabbing.
Okay. By the way, I'm going to now open the darkness for all to see. Okay. Right. Now, let's see. That's a 27. That's a hit, definitely. 15 is a hit. Okay, first is so that's 13. So wait, that's minus 13, and then minus 9. Correct?
Correct.
Yes. It is still the priestess is still up, not by much, but she's still up. By the way, as you stab her, her blood basically starts pooling around her.
Okay.
Right? And you still have your last attack if you wish. Unarmed strike, that's a hit. Yeah, that's a kill.
The classical kick her apart. And that's it for Malear.
Okay. Thaniel,
She's floating.
you're up.
Bum. I'm actually gonna go on my initial thought here. Huh. How far can I cast Mage Hand? 30 feet. That's not far enough.
Now, remember, if you do not have a swimming speed, your movement is reduced by half. If you do have a speed, but I'm saying for Gedanke and Malear, you do not have swimming speeds. If I remember correctly.
That is correct.
Correct.
No,
Which is why you teleported.
It's easier.
Instead, I will cast Message to Malear.
Okay.
It's shaken loose from a ritual. It's probably going to attack where there is blood. Get out of there. Take Gedanke. And Thaniel is actually just going to go out the door.
Okay. Nethgoria.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's well following him, basically.
Okay. Nethgoria, you're up.
So, that was also my Gedanke. That I have seen that small creature going away.
It's inconsequential for this fight and actually for anything. It's basically a Sahuagin larva, and it just ran away, but it is still very much an animal. So it is not going to. I just said that for flavor. It is inconsequential in the battle.
Yes, I see him leave. As I see, I make now favorite foe to the shark.
You want to? Okay.
And because Gedanke is near him, I have also sneak attack for that, and I will.
You have sneak attack because you were invisible. You were immune to dark vision. Gedanke
Yes,
is not technically.
Also, yeah, sneak attack is also.
Ignore that. I just forgot to count the spell slot.
No worry. Say that again, Nethgoria.
Also, sneak attack is also when a foe.
Yeah. But we had.
Foe, also one of my will be 5 feet in the near.
Yeah, but we've established that Gedanke is actually 10 feet away, but above, right? And unfortunately, our map is in 2D rather than 3D. This situation would be more appropriate in a sense. So just away. But like I said, you have your advantage, and therefore you have sneak attack damage.
So then I will shoot with a longbow to the shark, because I cannot shoot the priestess because they are behind the iceberg.
They would be within the iceberg. I will allow you to actually shoot it in. The iceberg, the ice is sort of moving upwards with its spike going up, bringing them above. I will allow you to shoot them, should you have the range.
So I have the range of 100.
That's yeah, definitely. You've got the range.
Yes, then I will shoot this one first.
Okay. Yep. An 18, that is a hit. Okay, that is 16 damage, and add a d8, please. Because this is your ambusher.
Sneak attack. I added sneak attack, sorry. D8.
No worries. Well, actually, that's exactly what you needed. So this one is dead. You now have your 2 attacks.
Very good. I walk a little bit here, so I see the second one. I I start to shoot to the second one.
20 is a hit. So that is 9 damage.
And then also at the D8. No.
No. The D8 is just on your first So now you can do your second attack. The D8 is only on your ambushed attack.
Okay. Then I will do again the on the priestess. They need to be out.
Yeah, 25. That's definitely a hit. 6 damage. Okay, still alive, unfortunately, though 2 arrows sort of sticking out from under the ice, bleeding profusely. By the way. Let's go with again. Gedanke, you're up.
First thing I'm going to do is just sort of move here, which is how many feet? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the almost dead one.
Okay, go ahead.
Here we go. It's a wisdom saving throw, by the way.
Yep, here we go. Well, that's a 16.
Half damage.
That'll be enough to kill it. Is it on all? Yeah, it's all cantrips. It's not attack cantrips. It's all cantrips.
It's. Okay. Let me actually read that.
No worries. Okay.
It takes half the cantrip's damage, but suffers an additional effect.
Okay. Yeah. You shake the bell. You can hear it's got the tone of it is lower. It's yet you would expect it to change, but because it is of that magical nature, it still rings, and you basically there's the priestess sort of shudders and just lets go. And again, the blood pooling through those 2 arrow holes in her chest, seeping about. As you are looking towards the Maw of Sekala, it seems to almost sort of shake a bit. You can see that its attention is being drawn elsewhere, somewhere, well, technically below, as the pillowing pools of blood have now attracted its attention.
By the way, before I end my turn, I'm going to yell out, if things get dicey, everyone back out. I have a trump card, but I need everyone out of range. And that's how I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. The Maw Sekala, as I mentioned, was surprised. The blood spread, I've mentioned it is, well, it's at 5 feet. Malear, you're up. You are starting to see that the shark above is starting to break away from its circular pattern and sort of move towards the bottom.
So Malear's going to swim up to it and stab it a bit.
Okay. Uh, 21 is a hit. 18, let's check, is a hit. Okay. Right, so how much is that? So that's 8.
21.
21. Okay. Is that your turn?
We'll start swimming away from it again.
Okay, so 2 things. 1, at the end of your turn as a legendary action, could you please make a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay, so you'll take half of this. You take 3 damage. As just its presence, as it moves about, there's a sort of flash of teeth. You're not exactly sure where it comes from, but you feel just that one, a bite come into you. Almost as you had not been bitten, but if you had passed your hand on sharp coral or sharp teeth. And then it's going to make a because of that, it's going to make a tail smash. Right. It does do that at disadvantage, but that is a 21 to hit for 10 bludgeoning. As a reaction, as you moved away.
Okay, so do I get the sense that it can see me even in darkness then?
No, I think that what you would understand is that it reacted to the pain that you attacked with that effect, and because you are technically wounded, it knew that there was something there. So you are marked as above.
But okay, yeah.
Okay. Thaniel.
Well, seeing that apparently we're engaging anyway, he's gonna move up to this corner, sticking behind the pillar, and I'm going to cast Bane on the mob.
Okay.
That's a charisma saving throw, please.
That shouldn't be too much of an issue for it. That is an 11, but I'm going to use a legendary resistance to succeed.
That's 1 down.
Yeah, that is 1 down. I'm going to mark it.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Bardic on Gedanke.
Gedanke, you've got Bardic Inspiration. Okay. Thaniel.
I am at 4 level, by the way. Sorry.
Sorry?
I'm at ground level.
Okay.
So, I'm really
Yes.
low to the ground at this moment.
Okay.
Inkwell is going to move up to Gedanke.
Mm-hmm.
And basically also attach itself on its shoulder, giving it the help action.
Right. Okay.
I'd like to. Oh, hold on. I'd like to just sort of notify you, out of character, seeing as we would be aware of each other's abilities.
Mm-hmm.
All of my spells are saving throw based. I do not have a single thing where I roll to attack.
Oh, in that case.
In case you'd like to reconsider.
If that's allowed.
I will also mention something that if you wish to give the help action for an attack, your familiar needs to be near the target and not the caster.
Fair. All right. But let's say I do none of the above.
Yeah, I'm just saying that for future, which is the help action if it's an attack, the helper needs to be within 5 feet of the target.
Gotcha. So I end my turn here.
Okay, Nethgoria, you're up.
Well, yeah, then I will just shoot with my longbow.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a crit.
Nice.
Right. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this much easier. Go into Roll20.
Yes.
And just click on the button where it says longbow. If you pass your mouse over it, you will see that it turns to an arrow. Just click on that, and we'll just do everything we need. So I will hide this.
Also, I just click on longbow.
Yes. That way it'll calculate the critical damage for us.
Also, the symbol or what?
Yeah, no. In Roll20, in the chat of Roll20.
Ah, do you mean the damage or what?
Yeah. No, Roll20, not your character sheet.
Like
Ah.
attack roll of roll 20, you see longbow. If you click
Ah,
that,
Right,
okay.
there we go. So total damage 3. I will add, because it was 16, I'll add 3, so that's a total of 26. Can you? But you decided that you were gonna go for favorite foe, correct?
Yes, then I
Right.
can.
So you can add another 2d4.
Also, yeah, I will do this also here.
Minus 26. That's minus 5. I just need to make sure of something. It does not. Okay. Perfect. Okay. At the end.
And no sneak attack. Yes, sneak attack.
No. The sneak attack is counted in.
Ah, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. You just roll. Yeah. So.
And before I finish my turn, I walk to the other side. So just to
Okay.
like not
Yep.
say my presence.
Okay.
Swim, guys, swim.
At the end of, let's
Yes.
see, I just want to make sure that how many points does it have? It's got 3 legendary actions. Okay, so at the end of its turn, it's going to make a perception check. This is definitely going to be oriented towards maybe you, Malear. So, what's your passive stealth? What's your stealth score? 11, I believe,
Passive
right?
would be... Yeah.
Right. So it's going to go perception. It's going to do it at technically a disadvantage, but you are hurt, so it would have advantage. So this is going to be, it basically needs, it's got a +5. It needs to hit a 16 or higher to actually know where you are.
I thought it already does know where I am.
It did when you left. So it rolled a 15, so it does not know where you are. So it will, I will ignore. Wait, Nethgoria's turn is passed. So it's Gedanke's turn. But the Malear, there was that tail swipe, and it seems to be searching, but does not seem to be turning into your direction. Most likely, it's going to go for the floating creatures and the fish sticks, the frozen fish sticks. Right, Gedanke. You definitely see its orientation going towards below. By the way, it is bloodied.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
You sound so disappointed.
No. No.
I think we've got.
Well, in which case, is it worth casting a spell on it? All my spells are AoE
Confuse
saving.
us.
I think I'm just gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Hey, not bad.
Oh, that's a good one. Wisdom. That's a 15. Oh wait, does it? It does not. Okay. This thing has. Okay, so yeah, that's 19 damage.
Needs.
Okay. It's gonna be the Maw of Sekula's turn. Now. I'm still gonna make it do a. I'm gonna make it basically a wisdom. It's either going to go for the priestesses that are bleeding, or it's gonna go for Gedanke. Let's see.
Oh joy!
So, high score, it will go after the living target that is hurting it, and low score, it will basically go down to and feed. That's a 20. Right. There we go. And the Maw of Sekolah will make one attack with its bite and one with its tail. I hope you have shield. The bite is a 12. So that doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
12? No, that hits.
A 12?
Oh no!
I have 11 AC.
Oh, bro.
Hey, but at least you've got hit points.
Oh yeah, you got hit points. So that is 19 piercing damage. As basically you are caught between the two the two mouths and basically torn apart, and now it's gonna go for the oh, thank God it doesn't have. No, it does not have it does not have the ferocity. So that's only an 11. That could have been a crit. But on an 11, that's a hit, right? So that's another 12 damage. As it basically comes in, grabs part of you, rips part of you out, and then slashes with its back. So yeah, that's it. So by the way, this is now 10 feet. Right, okay.
Damn.
Okay, Malear, you're up.
Alright, well, Malear is going to try and intervene, so he's going to swim over and start hacking at the shark
Yes.
monster.
14. Oh no, actually that's 18, 14. Yeah, both of those are hits. Okay, so that's 10, 17. It is still up. Unarmed strike, 14 is a hit.
No, because I have disadvantage on unarmed strikes because we're underwater.
Oh!
So
Okay.
advantage and disadvantage would cancel out, so it's a miss.
Okay, so yeah, but well, the first two hits were definitely. It has an AC of 12,
Yeah.
so we're good.
Short sword with a short sword or dagger, I don't have disadvantage, but it's only with the unarmed strike.
Huh. You know what? I am going to... I mean, I'm pretty sure that Malear can do, the hand. I mean, the chop, and I'll allow that. I think that I don't think that you should have. It should be more difficult to punch than actually to stab with the sword. So
It seems strange, but rules are.
I
short
will
swords and,
allow you to punch without disadvantage.
Thank you. It is
Okay,
a
so
mighty
that's-
punch.
Yeah, that is a mighty punch.
Almighty punch.
Okay.
And you know what?
Uh,
I'm going to spend a chi point to make him take a saving throw against my stunning strike.
Okay. What's that? That's wisdom?
Constitution.
Constitution.
So he's probably good at it, but
Yeah, that's a 24.
well,
That's-
I tried.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good try. It's a good try. You've got to use those, so.
And I'll stay in melee to try and draw attention away from Gedanke.
Okay. Thaniel. Let's see. Can I make...
Thaniel peeks around from the pillar he's at.
Actually, before you do that, at the end of Malear's turn, it is going to shake itself once again as the aura of hunger around it sort of emanates these spectral teeth. Can I have Gedanke and Malear dexterity saving throw, please?
Dexterity.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, great heavens.
Ooh, that's 2d6. You can both take. Okay, both of you take 4. You're good.
I am anything but good, my guy.
Yeah, you're okay. Don't worry.
Don't die on me.
Oh. Let's see. Let's put you to red here. Okay. Right. So sorry, I interrupted you, Thaniel. It's up to you now.
All right. What size is this enemy considered?
This is huge, I believe.
Right.
Indeed, it is a huge monstrosity.
Yeah, Thaniel just looks around the corner towards the shark, sees how badly hurt I'm assuming Gedanke is.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm gonna swim up to Gedanke and press my hand against him and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Now, underwater, his effects are completely different.
Okay.
When he presses his hand on your wound, you see the water seems to pull some kind of algae out of the energy that he's putting into his hand. It stings like hell first, and it gives a cold sharp before the pain relief goes away. It's not at all that warm, soothing feeling that you get from healings of Vanessa and other healers.
Well, I guess beggars can't be choosers. And I am knocking at death's door at the moment.
Umberlee's not known for healing. As you can see, because I cast it at 2nd level.
Nice. It's a
Horrible
start.
Roll.
Yeah.
7? Okay. Well, they'll put off death for a turn, hopefully, with a little luck.
As my bonus action this time, I am going to give Bardic to Malear. By literally saying out loud, "You're a mockery to hunger. Sekola's nothing to Umberlee."
Okay. And that is a cutting words, you said? What?
No. That's my way of doing a Bardic inspiration.
Okay, and you're giving it to
Malear.
Malear. Okay. Perfect.
He's displaying the will to fight, and that sounds inspiring to Malear.
Okay. Okay, Nethgoria, you're up. Now, normally the maw would be completely taken into Malear's sphere of darkness. However, considering the blood that is implied, I will be giving you disadvantage, but you will be able to know where it is and to hit it.
So I have just normal.
Yeah, normal, but that does also mean that you will not be able to put in sneak attack. But you still have your D4 for...
Sneak attack is still
Wouldn't
there.
he get sneak attack since he has allies?
As long as he does not have disadvantage. If you have disadvantage, you lose sneak attack, I believe, whatever the situation.
It says you don't have disadvantage on the attacks roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then. Also then I will shoot my longbow.
Okay.
No!
That is a 14. That technically is a hit, so you can do the damage.
Yeah, the dice was almost a net 20, and then he, like in the last second he came.
But I would have. But at least you didn't. You are not. I mean, if you had rolled a 20, you wouldn't have used it anyways. So.
What? Just normal attack?
Yeah, normal attack, normal damage. So that is 10. Okay. So Nethgoria, to quote another brilliant GM, how do you want to do this?
Oh, thank fuck it's over.
As I would say you see me like really getting the max out of my bow, out of my longbow. I'm getting my aim ready, and I shoot, and you see just like into the darkness of the fog, you see like a small hole of the arrow going through. So you see where the arrow goes, and it goes straight to the first head, through the eye, and into the second head, through the eye, and then you have like you have like a sack where you can hold those two sharp heads together.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, okay. So as you fire your arrow, it sinks into the bicephal in French, twin-headed shark. It starts to shake, right? As in, it's dead but doesn't realize it yet. It bashes away. It does, but not enough to damage either of you, Malear or Gedanke. Just sort of moving you away. You can feel the current as it's pushing away, and the blood sort of is seeping through the wounds, and it then just stops and just sort of floats there mid room. As you're looking around you, once again, the waters have stilled, but you can see this sort of seeping sources of blood. Malear, you can taste it into the water. Gedanke, and it's more than just taste it. You breathe it in. This is going to be a problem.
I move in to actually start casting Prestidigitation on clumps of blood to remove a cubic foot of blood at that point.
Is there anybody else to do this? As you've got 4 sources.
I'll follow in suit as well.
Okay.
I'm telling the other 2 to wrap up wounds so the oozing stops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Malear Malear, as we had discussed previously, you are not at 50%. You are not under 50%. So the difficulty is, I believe we had said, 10? No, we had said 15. No, it was 10 for over half and 15 under half, correct?
That sounds
yes.
Like
Yes.
what I recall.
So, Gedanke, you're gonna need a 23 out of 51. So I'm going to need you for a medicine check. The Malear 13 is enough. Gedanke, somebody needs to make a medicine check on Gedanke quickly.
Malear will swim over and do him as well.
Okay. That's a 20. Okay. You are no longer marked.
Everything hurts!
Yeah, it does.
Malear's going to start dragging the bodies together so all the blood is coming from one place instead of it being already dispersed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Thaniel is busy just
And
going
sheath
at
the
it.
sword.
You can see Nethgoria and Malear as you're looking towards. You can see sort of this swirl. I can imagine maybe a swirl of blood, sort of all just seeping away, disappearing, and then almost like this whirlpool, this colored whirlpool that disappears into nothing. It's going to take you some time. Not going to lie.
No, we're not going to be able to do this every time.
By the way, question. How did you leave the door?
The front door? I
Yes.
closed it when I went back in.
You closed it? Okay.
Yeah.
That might have been your saving grace.
As they were going, I go to the door and try to hear something. If I hear something, I will not open it.
Okay. Make me a perception check. You do not hear anything. Do you have advantage on perception checks?
I have proficiency on it.
Okay. No, I just see that the 8 is darkened, which means that usually it means that you're rolling with advantage. Oh, maybe because you're rolling with advantage. Okay. Oh.
Quick questions. Do those runes that were glowing when we came in, do they still have that luminescent
Yes, definitely.
aspect?
Yes. They seem to be sort of these are sort of, they are basically illuminating runes. You could go and basically sort of sabotage them one by one if you wished, but they are sort of permanent light fixtures.
All right. Considering we're underwater, would Thaniel know? Is he able to, like, swim that sharp corpse somewhere?
It is massive.
For example, straight up.
It's as I said, it's massive. It's still technically buoyant. For now, at least. With a bit of help, yes.
I could tell.
Okay.
All right. Because we need to hide these bodies somewhere. We can't just let them out in the open. The first patrol is going to see this, raise the alarm. We can't hide this thing. And I gesture towards a huge fucking two-headed shark. Pardon my French. And Nate just points upwards. Let's put it in a corner up on the ceiling. Sabotaged runes around it so that is a corner of darkness. In general, in these wide halls, speaking for myself, I don't look at every nook and cranny. I tend to look at the wide open area when I move into a place. Thoughts?
No.
In character. Honestly, all I can think is we should gut this shark and use it as a Trojan double-headed shark to attack the next group.
You've seen how I performed as a Sahuagin champion. Just saying.
It also has an arrow through at least 2 eyes.
He's not saying it's a good plan. He just wants to drift towards the enemy inside of a gutted shark.
No. Nethgoria, you ready?
Yeah.
1,
I'm
2,
right next to.
and Thaniel begins to push. Thaniel has -1 strength, so Nethgoria, you're pulling the weight.
I have +2.
Thaniel's a good swimmer, so he can use his swimming technique, but he's not strong. He doesn't get it off the ground. You do.
So yeah, I'm more.
One of the two of you make me a strength check or athletics.
We know who that's gonna be.
I will do it.
I will give you advantage because of the help action. Oh wow!
We don't get
For
it off
that,
the ground,
I roll shitty, huh? Or when I attack, then.
I mean, technically, you've got a +2. Why would you expect any different? Does anybody have a strength score here? Worthy of the name, I mean.
You see me really.
What does
Also,
worthy
you
of the
don't
name?
see me. You just hear a grunt and trying to push, and it's just like it's moving very slowly, bit by bit.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's not moving, right? Because we are in water. There is buoyancy, and inertia is a bit fluid. But it's going to take a lot of time to move it into position.
I say so. Like I think I need help here.
Oh no! I mean, you have somebody helping you. That's the point. There are two of you.
I think I need an extra arm.
You just.
I cannot be of any help moving this thing.
It's absolutely no effect. Inkwell is like having one tentacle into an eye socket and like swimming upwards, but it's doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it kind of takes the effort of the three of you to.
I can cast Mage Hand if that would help in the slightest.
It will not.
No.
Mage
5
Hand is
pounds
barely
worth of
5
weight.
pounds. Yeah. 5 pounds worth of pressure. Forget it. This thing. You know what? Somebody. Wait, I'll look this up. What is average weight of a great shark? No.
Average weight or average mass?
Let's see. Heaviest great white shark. Right. So the greatest white shark, largest preserved female specimen, is 6 meters in length and roughly around 2 tons. This is bigger than that. So you probably are trying to push a 3-ton monstrosity.
Yeah, but you need to think about also we are on the water, so...
Oh, I know. I don't... Believe me, I believe that. The DC would have... I mean, like I said, this is now pushing you away.
Yep.
So it is slowly coming down to
Yes.
the...
Malear will abandon his dreams, and let's get out of this room, I guess.
I guess we
would
need
say
to
so.
start moving a bit faster because we're on the clock.
Yeah. Do we want to go here, our back door, out?
Yeah.
Move out the back door. Let's continue further in.
Right or left?
Pick a side, man.
Did the priestesses have any weapons or staffs or anything?
Let me have a look. Yes, one of them at least has a sort of ceremonial dagger. And I think the others would also have maybe sort of a staff, which they would have been using to sort of orient the water currents for the blood. So, yes.
So Malear wants to use those just to, like, kind of bar the front door as well, in addition to locking it, just to buy more time before anyone gets inside.
Okay, yeah. I'll allow that.
And then he'll just sort of teleport, do that, teleport back.
Actually,
I think we've lost quite a bit of time here, right? Trying to push that shark up.
I'm just slowly dying in a corner, don't mind me.
I'll swim up to you and give you another 2nd level cure wounds.
Danke. I'm sorry. That was awful.
Listen, old man.
it's on the level
down?
for the group. Don't worry about it.
Going down.
Oh,
to the
that's a
last.
lot better.
That's much better. Yeah.
Thank you.
that's
Yeah,
18.
that's all. Thank you so much.
Listen, going down with a blast is one thing, all good and fun. Just hold off a little.
I mean, in my defense, I thought it was going to go after the pool of blood and the people below me.
Actually,
it couldn't see us.
Malear, you were the one sort of handling the priestesses' bodies, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Actually, I think that you would have noticed that there's on the eastern side, there is a chamber, right? That seems to be sort of the vestry for the temple. So where the priestesses would keep either items or whatnot. You can actually still see that there's a couple of sort of very fine mesh nets situated in a corner with a lot of these sort of eel creatures sort of moving about inside. But you would also have noticed a large coffer, lid closed.
Malear will point that out, and if there's nobody closer, he'll just teleport over to investigate it himself.
Okay.
So, perception for traps, and then pick blocks if necessary.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Can I do it off perception instead for anything I notice, or do I need to do investigation?
I mean, this is investigation is intelligence, as in knowing what to look for. Okay. No, it does not seem to be. Does not seem to be trapped. It is locked, however.
All right.
Yeah, as you go in, it's so this coffer seems to be about twice the size of the ones that you'd seen above. And as you, I mean, the Sahuagin are not really subtle when it comes to apparently their locks, so that's fairly simple to pick.
Once they get it picked, I'm going to remind them to open it from a distance.
Oh,
Once they have the lock picked, I'm going to remind them to not open it yet.
okay. I don't think that. I think Gedanke, this is most likely at the point where you were being healed. I don't know if you noticed this. That.
Okay.
I mean, unless I did. Malear, are you mentioning to the others that you're investigating that part?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
he would have because he pointed out like, hey, there's
Okay,
coffer
fair.
in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Okay. So yes, I'll allow the use of a mage hand because I think that's where Gedanke was heading for.
Correct.
And indeed, as you open it up, there is a short blade that just comes and slices through the water.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah, fool you once, stab at thee.
I wasn't the one who got stabbed last time. It wasn't me.
That was me.
There we go.
And we didn't do any investigation. I just opened it.
Yeah, you just went in and opened it. Yeah. So as you're looking inside, you notice that there are about. I mean, there's a series of items, a series of silver masks, a series of 4 golden gongs, and gold necklaces set with coral beads. These seem to be sort of ritual adornment, basically.
They don't jump out to Malear as being particularly worth taking, but I'll ask the others who are more, perhaps, arcane or religious what they think.
Am I done being healed at this point?
Yes.
Well, yes.
I'm gonna-
I mean, technically,
seconds.
I believe Malear, you would be here, Gedanke near, right? Because you're investigating that.
Yeah,
chest.
I used. Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to sheath your darkness. There we go.
I would think I'm moving nearby.
What's up with the note, the music note icon?
Oh, the music note that you have means that you have bardic inspiration.
Huh.
Oh, actually, by the way, remember that bardic inspirations can actually be used to enhance damage or healing on spells. On spells only. But remember that you can do that.
I will keep that in mind.
I see that mesh net full of eels.
Yeah. So
Are we
as you,
talking a large amount of eels?
we're talking about half a dozen.
Okay.
To the other side, they've been nurse sharks. Yeah, maybe. Well, less nurse sharks as you start to realize as sort of breaking out from the ice as the ice is melting quickly due to the temperature of the water. And again, there's sort of maybe 3 or 4 of these eels, which you, Thaniel, would recognize. They actually sort of swim towards you, almost sort of trying to. You would recognize that these are infant Sahuagin.
Right.
But they sort of recognize the Sahuagin form, go towards it, but it's all sort of coming in and trying to nip at you. not enough to sort of create any danger per se. There are not enough of them. But yeah, how do you deal with them?
Wait, are
We do
they still
animal
considered?
handlighting.
Sorry.
I was gonna ask if we could use animal handling to try and get them to eat the shark corpse.
Yeah, I can transfer a basic thought or idea to aquatic creatures. Do they, this state, count as creatures, or are they humanoids because they're infants to a humanoid?
Let me have a look. You know what? I really like that. I really like that idea. So that's why I want to.
That's
to
what I
make
was thinking,
sure.
to have them eat the shark as well.
They're considered tiny beasts.
Oh, fantastic! Then I really just convey that they should feast on the corpses, on the shark first.
On the shark first. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely think that there is that moment where it they basically start. Are you saying that to the free ones, or are you saying that to the ones in the net as well?
I'm cutting the net loose. I'm saying that to all of them.
Okay.
We'll say it's more like convey. It's more psychic than verbal.
Right. So as you, they have a tendency of sort of swarming together as you sort of direct them, and yes, they go to town and start rushing the corpse of them all. I mean, look at these babies, aren't they cute?
Oh,
Kill 'em.
cute guys.
I'd say kill him with fire, but I only have ice.
Okay. Actually, on that note, should we take a quick break?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody good?
I mean, the only thing worth considering is that if it's this late, do we want to just, instead of taking a break, end slightly earlier tonight?
Let's go for another half an hour. Is that everybody good for that? Or do we just want to take maybe a 2-minute break? If you want to go refill your water bottle, stretch a little bit. We're back in 2 minutes, and we continue till for another half an hour. How's that sound for everybody?
Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
Okay. See you in 2 minutes.
See you in 2 minutes.
And for you at home,
I'll be right here.
a bit earlier than that.
Or actually,
And we are back. Yeah, like I was saying, there was an easy way out of this fight, which was just sabotage the priestesses, and the Maw would have handled them. But I mean, you killed the avatar of a god, so good for you, Tritons.
I think Thaniel will just briefly word some kind of single line psalm or blessing. I know she doesn't really do blessing, but some saying that is used in
Offering.
Hermes' belief. Yeah, offering, good one. As some kind of gift, as in, I'm sending these to eat their own in your name, Umberly.
I would actually say, okay, Nethgoria,
Yes.
Because Thaniel has specifically given this, and you are the one who took out your next attack will be. Let's say that your next attack is considered a crit.
Okay.
In the name of the sea bitch.
So I know what to do.
Yeah.
In the sea beach.
The sea bitch. So Thaniel's god, basically. Umberly.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
The bitch queen of the sea.
Yes. Right. The thing is, so Nethgoria, Gedanke, Malear, Thaniel, you've tried to handle as much as possible with regards to the blood, but it is still sort of seeped into the chamber, and it's no longer concentrated, but anybody who would come in is going to, well, first of all, see the huge shark, but also there is that tangy sort of odor in the water around. You realize that with this event, your time has... not the time, but the expectation of being caught has grown immensely. So, what do you do?
Would that be rectified if we deal with the blood?
It's seeped. No, you could handle maybe a body or two. Here, I mean, there is blood seeping as the Sahuagin hatchlings feast on the whole thing.
Yeah.
So there is not much you can do, basically.
I was thinking gust of wind, but that's probably just going to create a current, and instead
It's
of dispersing
like I
the
said.
blood, like would disperse gas, it's probably going to spread it.
Yeah, it's going to spread it out. It's less going to be. It'll still be in the air, so to speak, but it wouldn't be concentrated. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to spark a frenzy across the Sahuagin, but it's definitely going to attract their attention. And as it's seeping off, you do have you have an open room to the. You have an open door there to the west, and the door at the south is certainly not waterproof.
All right. Gedanke, have a look at that robe. Is it magical?
Can I roll Arcana on that?
Sure. What? Oh, the robe?
Yeah, you described a robe with some kind of, like a ritualistic robe with ritual items and stuff like this.
Oh no, a trunk.
Found it.
However, you did find a robe at the end of the last session, and I can say that is it's a robe of the. I should have told you the name. It's a robe of the robe of the manta ray. You can find. It basically, I believe, gives somebody swimming speed.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
It gives them faster
Yeah,
swimming
pulling
speed
the
than
hood
mine.
up, you can breathe underwater and have swimming speed of 60 feet.
So, who wants 60 feet of movement underwater?
I don't need to move much underwater.
It's not so much for the movement, but Malear would love that, because if I have a swim speed, I no longer have disadvantage on attacks.
Yes.
So I can go back to using the
Okay,
rapier.
so
That is a good reason.
you can add that to your inventory and consider it attuned, because you would have done that over the short rest.
Amazing.
No, so as you're looking through the items, rummaging through this coffer, none of the objects themselves are magical. Inherently, they are not magical. However, as a mage, you would understand that these would most likely be used as components, the same way you would use components for your spells or focus for your spells. These are foci, basically.
Right. I mean, I use a staff, so I don't need those. I have an arcane focus.
Don't look at me, I don't need a focus.
Okay. So where are you headed now?
I would say we go out again, but the back door.
As you were still in that room, sort of wondering where to go, you can see that there's sort of a double door leading to a hallway that you investigated, and there is a boom, boom, boom on the wall, and you can hear from the other side the growling speech of the Sahuagin on the other side. So here.
Awesome.
Any way we can have that
Yeah.
squid tell us how many are there?
Sorry?
Any way we can have that squid peek out and tell us how many are there?
We can have a look, but then we need to start. Like, he's knocking on the door. If we open the door, even a fragment, they're gonna see that.
Yes.
Yeah,
I propose I propose we open the door and I blast them.
Also, he's a octopus racist.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
Inkwell farts like a little bit of ink in your direction.
Careful, you can only do that so many times a day.
That's why it's a little bit.
Fair.
We don't know how many are at the other side of the door.
Be ready, Thaniel says, and he just
Yeah,
lets Inkwell glued to the wall.
Okay.
Goes towards the door in his priestess form.
Okay.
Just grab any of the foci,
Right. Okay.
and I want to open.
So a silver. You want a silver mask or a golden gong?
I'll take the silver mask.
Okay. So if you guys want to set up yourself in position, please do.
Yeah, you said if I cast Frost Fingers underwater, I'd freeze the area in front of me. They didn't have people standing in it, right?
Remind me what Frost Fingers does?
Frost Fingers, freeze and cold blast from your fingertips, 15-foot cone. Each creature makes a Constitution saving throw. The cold freezes non-magical liquids in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So if I were to cast it as we open the door, would it freeze the doorway and give us like a second to think about how many we've just seen?
Sure. Yeah, I would allow that.
Neato.
But at that point, I mean, there's no bluff when it comes to if you're casting a spell of ice underwater, you're pretty much giving yourself away.
Yeah, like Thaniel is clearly giving the motion to be out of sight.
All right.
Just be ready.
I'm gonna stand out of sight from the door, but to the point where I can just sort of walk in, cast a spell, and then give us a moment if things go tits up.
Okay. Nethgoria, you want to move? You want to place yourself somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going here behind.
Okay.
So I still have a little bit of view to the left side.
Right. Okay. Technically, if you put yourself all the way in the back, they can't see you anyways. So, well, let me just make sure. No, you are definitely in shadow. Malear, you good there?
Happy where I am.
Okay.
I'm also readying
Okay.
my bow.
Right. Thaniel, if you wish to open the
Right.
door, you can click on the icon.
I take up my most angry possible look,
Mm-hmm.
as in I'm being interrupted in something crucial.
Okay.
As there's knocking on the door, and I'm just hoping I'm higher up on the food chain than whatever's behind it.
Okay.
I open it, give it a snarl, and
As-
gaze from one to the other as if, body language. Why the fuck do you interrupt me?
Yeah. Okay. There's definitely, so you can see there's a patrol. They are armed. They seem to be a bit. The one who knocked on the door is clearly he's one of the smashers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can very well see that the champion behind him was basically, you understand that he pushed one of his lieutenants basically to go knock on the door for him because he didn't want to be the one to knock the door. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, perfect. I get right up in his face.
Right. And so you come up, and there is
Oh, sorry.
that speech, right? There is that moment where just give me a second here. I'll catch you now. Where he's asking for some sort of status or if everything's okay.
That's the intention I get from it, right?
Yes.
I just give out a grunt, nod my head, and make a dismissive gesture, as if I'm above talking to this this champion. That I have better things to do.
And you just close the door.
No, I do the whole motion and hiss,
Uh-huh.
and they have to leave me. Like, this is hierarchy. I'm
Right,
basically
so-
putting myself above them. They need to get the hell out of my sight.
Okay. So I will allow you to make an intimidation check.
Come on.
You will be doing with advantage. Nice.
Thanks. This one's in that one.
Yeah. And basically, let's have a look at.
I've got this skill. I just want to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
I've got this skill that I can use once per short rest, which is called Words of Terror. But
Uh-huh.
I need to be... Oh no, it's a humanoid alone. Never mind. There's 8 of them. 6 of them.
Yeah. And you need to be able to talk to them, I believe.
Yeah, you can speak to a humanoid alone for 1 minute.
Insight is wisdom, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So the difficulty was 11. So they bow down and start basically sort of swimming backwards.
Right. I move back inside at that point and slam the door shut.
Okay. Okay. You're good.
I wait a couple of counts, look at the others, and nod. They bought it. We need to move.
Which way do we want
Duly
to go?
noted.
I
Where
burned
should
the
I go
hallway
invisible
I
again?
Came from. I gesture there are 2 doors in that corridor. And otherwise I point in the other direction. But Malear, Nethgoria, you're our scouts. You have the better eyes.
There are
Malear is happy to
3
lead the
doors,
way, but
actually.
from his, he says we should try the this one.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah.
You notice in
I-
Daniel's demeanor that he no longer takes the time to consider options. We don't have intel, we don't know where we're going, so the first person to say let's go that way, he's almost immediately moving in that direction.
This is a terrible combination.
Did you close the door?
Yeah, the door
Now it is.
where the patrol was is closed.
Okay. So I see none. Also, I see till the end of the hallway, and
Yeah.
I see nothing at the. I see on the right hand side 2 doors, and yeah, here on the right a door. Yeah.
So, Gedanke, as you've just gone onto the other side of the door, you can see that the patrol has just sort of, you can see the end of the patrol, and they are moving fairly quickly, in a sense. Not quickly as in rushed, but there is intent, right? They're not just dallying about. You know, they are swimming
Right.
with some speed, and they're taking well, they're going west, basically.
Okay. And the doors have been checked or not?
No.
No. Do I use my last second level spell slot for invisible?
I would save it.
Save
Guys,
it. Okay.
we need to move and we need to pick a door, and
Malear's going to open this door.
Which door?
The door above?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see, 36.
I'm still looking down. So
Yes. So as you step in, the door here, The floor and the wall of this room are tiled in gray, the ceiling in white. The center of the room stands a white stone table, the top surface covered in gold-colored engravings. And you have 3 small, ornate carved benches near the table and a seaweed bed that fills the southwest corner. This is clearly, if you enter it, this is clearly much better adorned than any other of the cells that you, any other of the rooms that you would have gotten into.
That's the door Malear just opened, right? Or
Yeah, the one just to the north.
all right. Thaniel immediately just swims in to have a quick sweep around the place.
Sure. Okay. Just a quick sweep, you say?
He's really going to look around if he spots anything of high target, high value. Could be intel, equipment,
Okay.
or symbols, but that's under intel. So
Make me a perception check. And you'll have advantage. Okay, 13. Let's see.
that's my 5 today, average.
I would say that you would notice you don't notice. I think Inkwell is the one who notices. That underneath the sort of the stone table, there is a hidden compartment.
All right. I tunnel vision on that as soon as I get this info from Inkwell, and I gently slide my arms around the table, going, Malear, get over here. Trying to find a button, a latch, a relief, or whatever that could be a secret compartment, but I'm keeping my eyes on the symbols that are carved on the top.
Okay.
Malear will quickly swim over.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Malear, I'm guessing you've learned your lesson. You wouldn't understand to look for traps. So make me an investigation check.
Can I aid him to look for an investigation check instead?
Sure.
All right.
Yes, you spot the trap.
Is it again one of those knives?
It's one of those knives.
Yeah, I literally just pointed out exactly so Malear can have a look at the mechanism.
Yeah, okay.
If it looks easy to neutralize, I'll do that. Otherwise, just mage hand it.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Dexterity check. 15.
Dexterity or Thieves' Tools?
Thieves' Tools, yeah. Yeah, 17. You know where it is, you click it, it's you can open the compartment fairly quickly.
Okay.
Right. Just pull open the compartment.
Yeah. Actually, inside you find 4 potions of what you would understand, Thaniel, as rapture weed. It is a component that is used in divination and other sort of otherly state. Putting yourself. It's a ritual herb basically that is ingested during certain ceremonies, especially communicating with certain gods. Your priests for the Bitch Queen, considering that it is ingested, it's something fairly common but very restricted. As in, this is something that you train to be able to use. It would given to somebody who wouldn't be trained, you would basically it'd be an automatic bad trip if that makes sense. But trip of a violent nature. Especially for Sahuagin. For the rest, you find a gold flask filled with, as you look to it, it's a healing draught. So basically, what you have is a gold. Basically, it's 3 potions of healing in 1 bottle.
All right.
You also find a leather harness with platinum buckles, a canvas bag filled with 50 platinum, and a gold bracelet set with pearls worth 200 gold.
As I look over my shoulder, seeing Gedanke enter, I just point towards the items, pull out the flask of rapture weed. I give a short, detailed thing what this is about. Basically, any of us taking this will be just a very berserk type of high.
By the
So when
way,
you put it that way, Malear is really interested.
Yeah, but
and for that reason, Thaniel puts it on his belt.
This would be uncontrollable, right? This is not going to be. But by the way, Nethgoria, yes. As you were peeking out the door, you can see at the end of the tunnel that the Sahuagin that you had just seen on the other side is now sort of knocking at a door.
So I will give this info further to Gedanke. To say, hey, those guys are now on the other side of the corridor.
The door opens, and there's a conversation that goes on with somebody inside. The champion seems to be pointing in your direction, at least north of the corridor.
We need to go here.
Where?
Do we get this info where we are?
Yeah,
I'm guessing that you would
give
be
this info.
sure.
All right. Yeah, we gotta move.
I think they come here.
Well, he's not pointing in your direction. He's pointing maybe slightly sort of across the wall, maybe towards the altar.
Yeah.
And actually, as he steps back with a bow, you see coming out of the room a priestess, and she starts swimming north.
That leather harness that you described.
Yes.
Does it look like a specific ornate or ceremonial armor?
It looks no. It definitely looks. It looks ornate and it looks ceremonial. Yeah, definitely. You would see it is adorned, again, with platinum buckles, but it's also with. It looks. How should I put it? It looks like to be the base of maybe some of a grander robes or something along those lines, right? It's a harness to attach on a larger cloak or a larger ceremonial garb.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And the platinum buckles are sort of shaped as maws or shark maws.
All right.
All right, guys. Yeah. It comes a priestess up here with the whole group. What do we want to do? We have not met many times.
We have to slip past them. Which way they're coming from?
From the corridor. They come near.
Let's
30
move across
foot.
to the other side and check out these other two doors. Circle around them.
They are almost here at the door. 20 foot, 15.
Then we get ready to fight.
They're
How many of them are there?
The whole one priestess and this whole group which we have seen before.
Or you cast tongues and I try to fool them. But decide now, Gedanke.
A hypnotic pattern or slow?
They are right outside the door. Nethgoria, through the crack of the door, you can see that the Sahuagin priestess is basically turned towards that opening, towards the altar. And in a matter of seconds, is going to discover the carnage.
As soon as she's about to go in, Malear is going to swim for the for the leader of the patrol.
Yeah, Thaniel just prepares for the battle by casting mirror image on himself.
Okay. Well then, let's roll for initiative.
What?
12. Huh?
Yep.
Oh.
Whoops! What did I just do?
Oh. For each one.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll so Nethgoria. Wait. 12. I'm gonna have to delete all of these. Come on. Okay, everybody good?
Yep.
Oh, come on.
And
It's okay if they rolled bad. We did too.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm gonna have them Oh Jesus. Oh come on. Come on. We're good. Right, okay. So, technically the Sahuagin are not going to act first because they're waiting orders. Because the first one who's going to act is, of course, the priestess. So, you technically, the Sahuagin are going to be awaiting orders, but you are not, so they might not act, but you are not going to have, they are not considered surprised, right? Okay, so, the Sahuagin are not going to do. The Coral Smasher is waiting for orders. Maybe sort of notices the door open up. Gedanke, you're actually the first one to go.
Alright, gonna have a look at the situation. See, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm guessing, Malear, you have not brought out your sword yet. You have not brought out the darkness.
No, not yet.
There's a lot of them. Let
dealt with
me
more.
just check what the thing is for this. 30 feet. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Hypnotic Pattern in the crowd.
Okay,
Hmm.
good. So what save is that?
That is gonna be a Wisdom.
Wisdom save, normal. The DC is 17?
15.
15.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Unless I can use Bardic Inspiration in any way, shape, or
No,
form
I
for
don't think
that.
so. There is no damage, and the status. Let's put a little. Do you prefer pink or orange?
Pink, why not?
Yeah, let's go with pink. Okay. Oh boy. Oh well, clearly there's a reflection because all of them on the right column have taken. So the priestess, the Coral Smasher, and 2 Sahuagin have been taken out. But however, the Sahuagin champion has not. Right. So, Nethgoria, you're up.
One last
By
thing
the
I'm
way-
gonna do is just move out of the way of the door.
Okay. By the way, Nethgoria,
Yes.
remember, your first strike is a crit. So we are just going to, we don't even need to roll to hit. We can just roll the damage.
Yeah, I go for the champion. What
Okay,
else?
go for the champion. So, that would be, let's see, D8, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2d8 plus 4d6 plus 2d8. So yeah, you're rolling 4d8 plus 2d6. Okay, and add to your. That is very low. Am I calculating that right, folks?
Did you say 2d6?
No, actually, no. It's 4d6 because you've
It's
got.
46 also.
Yeah. So roll another 2d6, please. That is better. And your modifier for the hit is a +4, 5?
For the hit,
No, for the damage.
for the damage, +3.
+3. Okay, so that is 33, 36 damage. Right. Okay, now you can make your 2 attacks.
Yeah, I will do it again.
Okay. Oh, by the way, do you want to actually plant a... well, no, your favorite foe, you can only use so many, so I'm not going to... Okay. No, forget it. Unless you tell me, I'm not going to start suggesting it, that you waste your resources. Right. Do your 2 attacks.
Yes, I do my 2 attacks. Oh.
There's another crit. Go ahead, click on the... Wait, I'll just... You can click on the longbow and roll 20. So that is a total of...
26.
Oh, great. Wait, yes, but piercing... Wait, why is it total damage? Oh, right, okay. Sneak attack, critical damage. Right, okay, so we're just taking... So, that's strange. Why did it give you +2? Huh. It should be 12. It should be 12 and 14, but it went for 13, 13. Not a problem. So you do 12 damage. Okay. And second attack.
Yep.
Yep, that's a hit.
Then that is just a normal longbow, huh?
Yep.
Good.
So that's another 8. Okay, he is badly hurt. Very badly hurt. It's going to be the Sahuagin champion's turn. Let's make a wisdom. I'll make a check for him, just to see if he goes in. No, I think he was expecting it. I think he was expecting it, so he's gonna move in. And he sees you, Gedanke, and so is going to move in. And try to hit you, yeah. Sorry, Gedanke, you keep doing this. You keep doing this to me.
What do you mean I keep doing this? You keep doing this to me! Come on, man!
Look, it's not my choice, right? You make me do this. So that's 3 attacks.
It's not you, it's... Oh my...
Oh no, definitely. I am gaslighting you underwater, definitely.
What do you have against wizards, man? This is classist.
Oh, ask... Well, you can always ask the wizard at my table. I mean, okay. It's okay. You take the 3 on the 3 attacks. You take 8, 4, and 4. So it's a 19, a 17, and a 13. Do you have any way of mitigating that?
No.
You must be the only wizard I know that hasn't taken shield.
Well, I was looking... I wasn't working with many slots, and I wanted to get more utility things.
Oh.
I thought I'd be on the back line. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. So, what was I about to say? Yes, so you take a total of 16. And I need 3 concentration checks.
Ha! Joke's on you, I have advantage on those. I specifically picked Warcaster.
Nice. Now let's see if you need that bardic inspiration to help you.
Okay.
That's a save.
And then another one.
Oh, you need 3.
I need 3. Okay.
Yep.
And then.
Yeah, you're good. We're good.
Yep.
Hypnotic
Sure
pattern
am.
is still set up. Okay, Malear, you're up. Waste the
Before he starts,
Please
Okay.
kill
I'll
him.
make cunning action.
Cunning-
Sorry, not skirmisher. Sorry,
Oh yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
and move 15 feet away from
Yep.
here. So. Okay.
Boing. Nobody saw you flee. Anyways, Malear, go ahead. Yep. He's dead.
All right. Then
I'd like to spit on his corpse.
swim away.
Wait,
And
I'm
as I-
underwater. Never mind.
As I go past, I'll use my object interaction to close the door.
Okay.
4, 5, and I will just swim up to the first one who.
Doesn't seem to be. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
16. That's a hit. 25. That's a hit. Okay. 10 and 10. Yes. Minus 20. Jesus, these things. He's got 2 hit points left.
Well, I'm tapped out.
Okay.
But I will move out of his where I was when I attacked, so that he.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting choice. Thaniel, you're up.
Right. Is it an action to open the door?
No interaction. So,
All right.
Go ahead.
Interaction, open the door. And basically I see that orb of darkness again, right?
Yeah.
What is outside the orb of darkness?
The priestess.
Only the priestess. Okay.
Hypnotic pattern is 1 minute, correct? Gedanke?
Yep. Sorry, what was that? I didn't catch that. Hello?
Yeah, Thaniel, you're up.
I know it breaks on damage, right? Hypnotic pattern.
You would, yes. But I think, remind me, Gedanke, hypnotic pattern, they are considered completely incapacitated, correct?
Yeah, they cannot move, they cannot do anything. It's a complete shutdown.
Right, but it also
think
means that
somebody
any
can-
hit is an automatic crit, I think.
Hold on. Becomes charmed for the duration. No, it wouldn't be a crit. That'd be
Okay.
Yeah, the spell ends if an infected creature takes any damage, or someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its super.
I will hold action for as soon as I see an enemy that's not under hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, everybody you can see is under hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, so I hold an action until one would become visible.
Okay. The priestess is... There's no save against hypnotic pattern, correct?
There's no. There's nothing you can do unless someone shakes you out of it.
Okay, so the Sahuagin are going to try and... I mean, I'm gonna roll... I think they're just confused. They have no idea what's going on. I'm passing the turn. Gedanke, you're up.
Right, lovely. I'm going to take a peek outside. Not take a peek outside, actually. I'm just gonna look outside the door, not actually step outside. That's... How far away is he? Yeah, that's good enough. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the bloodied guy.
You cannot see him.
Oh, I cannot. Oh, right. Wait, is there Circle of Darkness?
Oh, did I forget
Yeah.
to?
I think the circle of darkness is up to this corner. We just don't see it because of the shading.
No. There we go. I just didn't put it up.
Ah,
Oh,
right.
there we go.
Sorry, my mistake.
Right. In which case, do we want to jump that one guy, seeing as he's technically all alone?
You mean the priestess?
Is that who that is?
So the first one here is the priestess.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Go for it.
The only thing I can really cast is Toll the Dead. That's not nearly as effective, unless somebody's
You could ready a Toll the Dead.
Yeah, I'll ready a Toll the Dead. Yeah.
So we have a readied action for Toll the Dead, and we have a readied action for what?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Okay. Nethgoria, why don't
As
you...
I ready my action, I'm gonna inform Nethgoria of what Thaniel and I's plan is, which is to jump the priestess.
Right. So Nethgoria, you know there's the priestess right there. Open the gates of hell on this poor girl.
Nah, they deserve it. All of them deserve it.
Yeah. Generalization
More
is how
food
you...
for Umberly.
Now that's what I wanted to hear. That's the justification. Okay. Nethgoria, you can make your 2 attacks.
Yeah, sure. Just let her fall.
Oh, I love that coming from a bird. Love it. 16 is definitely a hit.
Plus.
Yep. So that's 10.
Plus the sneak.
Yeah, it's added in. You
Oh,
just
it's added in already.
Yeah. You can see the
Wow.
6 piercing damage and 4 sneak attack. It's already added in. Okay. Second attack. 21's a hit. Do the damage.
Huh? Did it send the damage?
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another 5.
Take away.
That's another 5. Okay. Which basically means now the other 2, you may roll your damage.
Daniel, should I go first on the off chance that I manage to kill it? Let you save your ready action for if you see another.
Technically, no. All of this is happening at once.
Way. Yeah, it's a reaction. So as soon as Nethgoria's arrow hits, we both just throw our spells.
Yeah, this
in
is.
which case, you go first because you readied your action first.
Somebody wants to kill. Okay.
That's my first.
21's a hit.
And that's my second.
16 is a hit. Roll 2d10.
Alright. Oh, I'm just going to click the thingies.
Yeah, 5 and 8. Nice! 13 damage.
The 2 blasts look like eyeless, noseless, large grinning maws as a representation of Umberly. The tendrils just floating behind it as they impact on him. On her, sorry.
Okay, and finish him off.
Oh wait, he's still alive?
Oh, the priest is still up, yeah.
Damn, alright.
You only did 28 damage.
Only.
Here we go.
Okay, that'll do it. Because I'm guessing, they're gonna lose the wisdom. No, anyways, even if half damage, yeah, dead.
Neato. Good jumping, guys.
Mm-hmm. The champion is... Where is... he's dead, I think. Right?
Champion is dead, yeah.
Champion is dead. So remove. Malear, you're up. Come on, slaughter these fools.
I'm gonna stab the full health one kind of near me.
Yes. Yeah, I'm guessing this one right here. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, 23 is a hit. That is minus 14. 21's a hit. That's for 7. It's got 1 hit point left.
They're both so close. I'm gonna flurry just to knock them both down.
Okay. Yeah, 12 and 22, that's enough, considering, yeah, you 8 and yeah, they're dead, both of them.
And then I'll swim over to block this one's retreat if he tries to run.
Okay. Thaniel, you're up. 2 new targets have appeared.
Yup. Nathaniel's going to do the same thing. He just gives a nod at Gedanke, prepares 2 Eldritch Blasts. Whoever Nethgoria shoots at.
Okay.
God bless, I'm in.
There is no more priestess. The Sahuagin doesn't really understand. I think he's gonna try and flee. So, Malear, you get an attack of opportunity. Uh, 12 is a hit. That's 10 damage. So he was here, I believe. And they have a swimming speed of 40 feet.
Holy moly.
Right.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Because I'm still swimming close to the floor.
Yes.
I don't know where Malear is in height. Would I be able to see under the orb or not?
No, considering that even if he was there, the ceiling is 15 feet high.
Oh yeah, no, then
So,
that's the entire hallway.
Actually, Malear, what you see is that he comes to this door right here and opens it.
Don't be a dick, Sahuagin.
So yeah, he's going to open that, and so we are going to add in a new little thing to the initiative. Well, maybe we'll see. That's the Sahuagin. The Coral Smasher is still under. So Gedanke, you're up. I'm guessing you do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm readying up Toll the Dead.
Yeah, Nethgoria, you are up. You may fire when ready.
Which one should I fire? I'll fire the first one. Just here.
Okay. 16.
Quick question here,
16 is
because I did call when Nethgoria shoots something, that's who I attack.
Yeah.
Can I do my attacks now in case we kill it so Nethgoria can pick a second target with the second shot?
Yeah, Nethgoria, make your first shot, make the first damage. Okay, that is a 16. You might be onto something there with your decision. Make me the 2 attacks for the So
that's the first.
Okay,
and
15's a hit. Yeah, okay. 2 and 8, that's minus 10. It's still up. I'm guessing Gedanke, do you want to do yours right now?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Why not? Here we go. Ooh, not that good.
8 is enough to kill it.
Well, I'll be damned.
And there is still there's still one here if you wish to fire. Nethgoria, you've got 1 attack.
What is it?
Hypnotic pattern.
Sorry?
It will break the hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I just reposition myself a little bit. We are just cramped here.
Yep.
I go here. And will make my bow ready.
Okay.
When something will pop up in out of the smoke.
Okay. Yeah, fine. I'll allow it. You'll get one shot if something pops out. Malear. What you see is basically as it opens up the doors, the Sahuagin basically has this look of almost fear as it tries to move away, right? And you can see, just looking inside, a set of 4 sharks that have been armor plated with shells.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. They literally.
I know they're the
have,
bad guys, but I do like the way the Sahuagin think.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're gonna use nature, right? We use dogs, so. Plus,
We
technically.
don't armor our dogs up.
And technically, these Sahuagin, some of them can actually communicate telepathically with sharks. So but as just before the darkness envelops him, you kind of almost see that the sharks are going towards a wounded target.
Oh no, say it ain't so.
Well, no, I'm not talking about Malear. I'm talking about the Sahuagin. So Malear, what do you want to do? You've jumped.
So I will.
Yeah.
I will swim over and ready my full swarm of attacks on the first shark to not attack this guy.
Okay, but currently they won't be able to necessarily see him. I'll make a perception check to see if they notice him.
I mean, if a shark can't smell a blood 10 feet away, I feel like...
Sure, yeah. Fine. I think they have pack tactics. For advantage on melee attacks against creatures that... yeah, that's it. So, these are the shell sharks. Okay. Yeah, they're monstrosities. Ooh, I like it. 18 AC. Jesus. Okay. Right. Thaniel, you're up. You currently have one Sahuagin here that has not been... that is still under... Oh, actually, 2 of them. I actually will remove the pink dots so you can see clearly.
I said I will shoot when something will pop up.
Oh, true. Yeah, go ahead.
So I shoot this guy because he popped up.
Sure, let's do that. Yeah.
Just to be clear, the darkness bubble disappeared behind that door, right?
It has not disappeared anywhere. It's just gone forward.
Yeah, but like, it's out of our view.
Oh,
Okay.
it might be beyond your dark vision. Yes. Unfortunately, that is a miss. Rolling a 1 and a 2. That is not lucky. Okay. It's going to be Thaniel's turn.
Right. I'm going to launch my... Yeah, I'm going to launch my Eldritch Blasts. I have limited spell slots left.
Sure.
That's the
22
first
is
one.
a hit. Yep.
That's the second one.
Yep, that's a hit. You're going for this guy in the front, right?
Yeah, the one closest to us.
Yep.
That is...
-9.
Inkwell can't make it there, so I am just going to move backwards away from the door. Inkwell is on my shoulder.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Okay. The sharks are going to basically rush. So despite being... So the darkness means that they attack at disadvantage, but they have advantage on wounded targets. So technically... So you are going to see in front of you, Malear, the true meaning of the word frenzy. As these things have how many attacks? 2 bite attacks. So that's 8 bite attacks on this poor thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops, why did I put 9? Okay, so let's see. He has an AC of 12. So that is 9 plus 4, 13 plus 13 plus 21. Yeah, he's devoured completely. And Malear, you haven't been wounded this turn, correct? This battle?
Nope.
Right. So they ignore you completely. They just tear this thing into part. It becomes a cloud of Sahuagin chunks and blood fills completely the inside of this space. So I'm actually going to put these. I'm going to remove him. Go. Let's put him inside, and let's put these sharks right here. You want to make an attack?
No.
Okay.
If they're going after him, I will let them have fun.
Yeah, they are completely devoured. It doesn't take 6 seconds for these guys to. This guy right here, he's wounded. I think he's going to run this way, and he's going to try to get in into... Basically, he doesn't know that what's going on here, so he just runs. Nethgoria, you have an attack of opportunity. So use your weapons. So don't use your longbow, use either longsword, rapier, or whatever.
Yeah, then the rapier.
Okay.
I need to... for a hit, huh?
Yep.
Oh.
I love the idea that he just passes you by, not noticing you, and you're just there with the blade going shkluk.
So I can click you on rapier again.
Yes, you may, and I actually recommend it. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is 27 damage. Considering that he... I don't know how you decapitate with a rapier, but you just did.
Well, he was... You just see a corpse running by. Also, like, you see someone running by, and then he's just like, the head will still somehow be on place, and the rest will run.
Yeah,
the last
I like it.
flick of nerves.
Considering we're underwater, he still drifts forward from...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so shloof, and there's a moment where we think that Nethgoria missed, where there's just a flash of darkness, and the Sahuagin continues. It just floats in 2 different directions. Is there any? There are no longer any Sahuagin that can. No more Smasher. Gedanke, you're up. There is one final one, as far as you can understand and count, over here.
Have I been told... Wait, are other sharks gone?
No. You have no idea what the sharks are.
We haven't seen them.
And the darkness thing is still up,
Well, the darkness is still down here, yeah.
I can see the guy there?
Let's see, what can you see? You can see that there's somebody here, yeah.
Okay, the darkness isn't there. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Thaniel, give him a slight wink, and ready to toll the dead.
Okay. Nethgoria, you're up.
Well,
one last Sahuagin in front of you.
I will shoot to him.
Yeah, go for it.
This
18,
time
that's a hit. You can toll the dead, please.
Yep, gladly. Please let this be better.
16, that's
yeah.
a kill.
Oh god, close.
Okay, and Nethgoria, you are left with an arrow in hand. Malear.
Just repair.
Malear is going to swim up and explain the situation, and as he swims past, he's just going to open this door.
Like, open that door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there's more sharks.
Huh. What the? Okay, interesting. The door number is 35, and I do not have a room 35 in the book. I would say it's empty.
Oh, okay. He'll just keep cruising past and say that and explain to the others. So I've let out a few sharks. They'll probably go for the blood, but they should help distract anyone who comes loose. Let's go out the other way.
Question, Sergeant. I am bleeding.
Why?
I don't know. And maybe ask a generic GM who has a thing against wizards.
No, I have a thing against wizards who end up in bad positioning. So it's just, you know,
We are fighting
tough love.
intelligent creatures.
Yes, you are.
They apply strategy.
I am going to. You know what? We've basically we said we were going to go for 30 minutes an hour ago.
Yeah, and it's been an hour.
So what I'm going to say is, let's narrate this out. As you move up forward, hit it. Let's move back to.
Because you bumped into me. When you are in my height.
As the as you move up to join your friends, Malear, and indicate there are sharks down. As you can see through the darkness, they are indeed moving up in almost in formation, basically up towards the next series of floating corpses, and basically set themselves to devour that as well. You manage to convince your friends to maybe slip out the other way, leaving the patrol and one additional priestess to the appetites of their own pets. You still have quite a bit to explore. That is certain, and that is guaranteed. But at least you know that one threat has been taken off the table. The avatar of Sakula, the Maw of Sakula, lies dead, and you have given your allies a greater chance of success. However, the divination told of an additional threat. 2 shadows still lurk in these depths. It is your job to find them and deal with them in one way or another. But that mission will be for next week. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
Woo! Thank you for running.
Right. Well, this took a turn.
Oh, bloody
This
hell.
entire session was me on a roller coaster going up and down between the border of life and death.
Hey, you are fighting against intelligent creatures. You are fighting with surprise on your... but when you lose that surprise, there's not much left.
Next time things get tough, I am going to cast Control Water.
And yes, you guys will never guess what Malear's vote for how to deal with the other things is. Yes, indeed. We will see that next time. Okay, so... yeah? Any last words?
Yeah, I'm just imagining Thaniel just going to Gedanke on your feet, old man, left, right, just, hidden move. This is combat. This is not the shooting range. Let's go!
I'm a port wizard. Give me a moment, son.
Right. By the way, you have not been able to stabilize... Malear, you have not been able to stabilize the wizard.
Can I try medicine on myself?
Actually, no. You know what? Malear, roll that Bardic Inspiration. So D6. That's a 6. So that is a 14. Are you below your halfway point?
by 1 hit point.
You know what? I will allow it because the session's coming to an end anyways. You are stabilized, and therefore we will move on. Anyways, the thanks. Thank you first and foremost to my players for tonight, who make these combats very, very fun. And you know, I may complain about you guys steamrolling some of my creatures, but in the end, I am on your side. So.
Sure feels like it.
Oh, and I will let you simmer in that feeling for the next week.
Actually, it's more than that.
Oh, right, absolutely. Well, I mean, for us it's 2 weeks, but for the people that are watching, they will get this immediately after this. Well, in the scheduling, anyway. So thank you to Thaniel, Gedanke, Nethgoria, and the ones who and Malear, who's already left Roll20. We will see you next time, and please stay out of the water. Bye.